Everybody, welcome to Dungeons and Dragons Monday Night Mayhem.
Yeah.
All right, what's up, everybody? My name is Jeff from Super Geeked Up. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is our role-playing game show we do every Monday night, where we alternate between Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition and some other cool RPGs. So we're doing D&D this week, and a very exciting episode last week that we'll catch you up on in just a minute. Sorry, hang on one second, guys.
Okay.
Take your time.
We're doing the double G! Yeah!
All right, sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
Like, an orc came into my...
You go out, get out of here, orc. I'm level 11. I'll kill you.
You're like CR1, man.
Run faster.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We are going to catch you up in just a minute, folks, on what was going on. So let's do, we usually do some character intros first. If you're in the live chat, by the way, that's great. Thank you very much for watching. Actually, I know Lister's Mate is already in there. Thank you, Anthony. We love sharing your comments, or you can tweet us at Super Geeked Up. All right, let's do some character intros real fast. I know you know most about our characters by now if you've been watching for a long time, but if you're new, we'll give you a little quick intro. You can also go to supergeekedup.com to get a lot more information than we're going to tell you right now about the story and the characters and all that good stuff. And click on the Dungeons and Dragons page. All right, so that's Kalyna. Hey, that's my character. She's a half-elf rogue, and she likes sneaking around, working on disguises. She's the arcane trickster archetype, so besides doing roguey stuff like sneak attacks, she can also do some magic. It's mostly illusion and enchantment type magic. She actually got a new spell, as we just leveled up, like they said. So she has the suggestion enchantment spell now, which means she can plant ideas in people's minds to have them take certain actions.
Nice. So, that's good in the bedroom.
Well, she doesn't need that help in the bedroom. But, unless. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so we'll see if that comes into play. That could be helpful, I feel. And the thing she got, but her sneak attack is now up to 6d6, so we'll up another dice, so that's cool. And,
wow.
Yeah. And she has a reliable talent now, which means any ability check she does that gets her proficiency bonus, if she gets a 9 or lower, she treats it as a 10. So basically, she can't get lower than a 10.
Damn.
Now, is that is that just basically all the skill checks that applies to, not like combat? Is that right? Or?
Right. It's your skill checks. So, like when you roll stealth, you cannot get lower than a 10 on a stealth check.
Right. Okay. Makes sense. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'll take it.
That's cool.
When the die comes up, natch 1, you say nope.
Right.
10.
Yeah, hey, no more.
Yeah,
no more 130 on skill check. That's awesome, actually. Too bad I couldn't get that in the other game we play where I always roll natural ones. All right.
But you know, if we were playing that new German game, you would be at the tops. You'd be
right.
Like,
well, right, because that you want to roll ones there. That's the reverse. You want to roll
That's
low.
true. Yeah. That's very true.
Right. But then you would roll all 20.
Right,
so
exactly. All right. So anyway, Kalyna is she's on the search for her mother, her birth mother she never knew. She found out her mother is Cyran, so she's half Cyran. The Cyrans are the people that are basically more or less refugees because their land got wiped out, and there's this threat to them. Some people think they need to be wiped out to save the world. Other people think they need to be saved. We've been trying to save them. And there's been a big twist in that from last week, which I'll let our DM tell you about in a few minutes. So anyway, let's go to the other characters. Here, I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go take care of that orc. And then I'll let you guys do all your character intros, though, and I'll be back in a second.
Okay, sounds good. So I'll jump in. Why not? My name is Trip, if we haven't met before. I play Finn, who's a druid following Circle of the Moon. And that means that I can change into more powerful creatures as far as druids go. So Finn likes to be inappropriate. That's one of his main things. And so I'm here to try to make you laugh with indecent proposals. And Finn, of course, you know, is a big lover of animals, as are all druids. But he loves animals a little too much. And his byline is, "What happens in the barn stays in the barn." Finn is also quite the business mind, and he has his own bakery called Goodberries. And he has aspirations to open up his own tavern, too. And earlier in our adventures, there was something really terrible that had happened with his homeland, the Sacred Grove, but all of us pulled together and contained at least the great evil there for the moment. And in the future, perhaps Finn will will follow the ways of druids called the Gatekeepers. That might be coming up. And we did just hit 11th level, and I'd be interested in sharing some of my new spells, but maybe I'll let everybody introduce themselves, and maybe we can update each other on new things that we've got going, so maybe we can have battle plans and that sort of thing in mind. And,
welcome to Goodberry, home of the Goodberry. May I take your order?
That's right! Cool. And also, Finn at this level can do things like change into elementals now, and has a fun polymorph spell where he can change himself or companions into very powerful beasts like a giant ape or even a T-Rex. But I'll talk about my new spells in a moment. And who would like to go next?
How about
you
Nate?
Want to go next, Nate?
Let's go, Nate.
Sure.
He plays Tulthus.
Yes. Thank you very much. Yes, this is Tulthus, the Warforged Barbarian / Fighter, who adopted such an alternate class because he felt that in combat, his savage battle style may have actually been a bit too reckless and could cost lives on the field. So he has honed some martial prowess and now deftly wields 2 giant fists to clobber his enemies with. Thankfully, one of them was actually given to him by the King of Breland, and this thing is mighty hefty, +2 actually. A long time ago, he was crafted in the city of Metrol, which was once the home capital of Seer, and ever since then, he had been fighting in the last great war against the nation of Karnath and their legions of undead. He'd throw himself at their endless ranks and hopefully break their walls of infantry before he did, and allow the other troops to sort of disperse the rest of them. Once the last great war had ended and Seer was pretty much wiped off the face of the earth by a great cataclysm, he had no idea what to do. He had only taken orders before and done it with gusto. So he figured, what else should I do other than fighting, and adopted a mercenary lifestyle. That is when he found someone from House Deneath who was able to contract him to a certain awesome party he has been enjoying his stylings with, and since then gained quite a good bit of experience and stories. Boy, I tell you what. Other than that, after it may come to pass one day the party will be no longer needed by the world, highly doubt it, he will eventually forge his own mercenary company called the Iron Warriors, who believe in nothing but steel and justice. It's an odd name for 2 separate metals, but yes.
All right. Iron Warriors, next season on Netflix. Watch for that show.
I like it.
All right. Actually, speaking of Netflix shows and speaking of RPGs, I don't know if you guys heard, last week they announced this. I'm super excited that Netflix is making a Witcher TV series. I don't know if anybody's played.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
I mean, it's based on the novels, but I played the games, which are amazing.
The video games.
Oh, yeah.
I have the first novel. I'm going to actually start reading those too.
Cool.
I'm kind of looking forward to the Castlevania series.
Oh,
they're doing a Castlevania one too?
Yeah, they're doing an animated Castlevania.
Oh, wow.
Is it Netflix?
Yeah, comes out, I think, July 7th.
Hot dog.
Well, and they're freaking doing a new Dark Crystal that they've been talking about forever with Jim Henson's company. And I have friends that are working on that and very excited to actually be moving forward because I think they've been talking about it for over 15 years.
Wow.
And anyway, it's cool that Netflix is stepping up and giving them the budget.
Yeah, that's great.
Very cool.
Yeah. But
Netflix,
I love Witcher also. Go ahead.
Yeah. Netflix, if you like to give any of us budgets, we all do series too.
Right.
Right.
Won't be misused, we swear.
All right, let's go over to Marks, who plays Carv of the Black Claw.
Of the Black Claw.
Yeah, so Carv is
About to make
a
his new
halfling.
plan, right? With the other that elf lady.
Oh yeah, hopefully.
That's
Maybe
some
if
poetic
you know,
justice.
just need a little wine, little candy. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway,
A little wine. Like, please sleep with me, please. Sorry.
So he's a hunter. You know, hunting for love.
Wow.
Anyway, Carv of the Black Claw is a halfling from the Talenta Plains, where the halflings, rather than smoking pipes and hanging out and I don't know, little hut houses or whatever, they ride dinosaurs and are tribal warriors. So my character is a ranger. He's a hunter archetype. He's one of the variant versions or new versions of the ranger from Unearthed Arcana. And he's all about archery. And, his whole tribe was wiped out one day. He barely survived. And since then, he's been on a quest to become a legend. So his tribe can become legends and live on forever. And he found these group of people. Don't call them heroes. Call them legends. He knows and say it. And
Yes.
and we've been trying to stop these plots, like wiping out the Cyrans, right? I'm saying it right?
Yes.
And I keep wanting to say Cylons for some reason.
Silence.
I think we're going to be in a little bit more trouble if that's the case.
Yeah.
And I got a chance finally to find justice for my people by killing the elves that made a deal with some dark forces and wiped out my tribe. So we took them out with the help of the leader's sister, who I may or may not help create a new tribe with. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. And I have a new glide wing that's Red Wing, because Black Wing died sadly a while back.
Well,
Wait, I thought it was Darkwing. It was Darkwing, wasn't it?
It was Darkwing.
Oh my God!
It's
You don't even remember his name anymore. You're like, forget him. He's
this new one's so much better.
All right, so that's Carv.
All right. In the chat, Lister's Mate says that's a cool page boy hat Marks has on. Here, guys, I'll put him on the big screen for you. You can see his great hat.
Hello, how's it going, everybody?
This is a terrific hat.
He's sporting his new look.
Yeah. Carv is also going to wear a new hat in the game.
Right.
Yes, he's wearing something like this. He's trying to blend in with society.
Is
Not
it
working.
a really big, spiffy hat with a feather in it?
Yeah, let's go with that.
I like it.
All right, that's our characters. Again, you can go to supergeekedup.com, click on Dungeons & Dragons page, you get a lot more info and all that, and the story as well. But to sum up the last week's story, we're going to go to our dungeon master, Somnus.
All right. So the party had found out some interesting things, namely that Serianna's tower in Platinum Heights is largely empty, which they found a little unusual. They decided to go ahead and follow through with the note and the map that they had been given from some unknown individual, and made their way down into Malian's Gate, a very dangerous area of Sharn. This district is where the monsters live in
Literally.
Sharn. So they made their way through the streets and followed the instructions with the map and found themselves in a secret passage that led to an arena. And what should they happen to find while looking through a hidden peephole in a statue is that Serianna and Kaimathest were meeting here. Except that each thought the other was the one who arranged the meeting. To everyone's surprise, it was in fact a Rakshasa, Kasaraja, who had been trying to kill Serianna and Kaimathest for quite some time, centuries, who pulled this together. And so, as they were facing off with the Rakshasa and his minions, they revealed their true nature, that they are brother and sister and both silver dragons. The party decided, given the really overwhelming numbers of Rakshasas running in with swords, they might need to lend a hand on this. And while they charged into the battle, Ekamon reappeared and leaped in to attack Kasaraja. It was quite a fight, and Kalyna actually helped finish off Kasaraja, fulfilling something that had been told to Ekamon a long time ago by the Keeper of the Flame. She had told him and warned him that he needed to stick close to his friends, that without them he would be lost, which came true here in that Kasaraja's protections would not allow him to be killed by someone who wasn't good at heart. And the things Ekamon had to do to pull this scheme off and get the Rakshasa out where he'd actually have a chance to kill him certainly would not have been the acts of a good person. And that's where we pick up tonight. Ekamon, having said his goodbyes, that he still had more things to take care of in the demon wastes before he felt that this was really over.
We sent some sandwiches with him, though.
Right, and some good berries.
Yeah. Actually, Lister's Mate had just asked, where did Ekamon go 2 weeks ago again? And you just answered it. So good. There you go. There you go. There's your answer, Lister Mate. Lister's Mate also says in the chat, I can see Carv in a top hat and bow tie. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Dapper.
He's very dapper. That's how he's going on his date with the elf lady.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you donate enough to our Patreon, he'll send you a photo of himself in his birthday suit with just a top hat and a bow tie on.
Carv, not me.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, right. That's going to be a very, very high-rated, ranked Patreon. So it's
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Will your illustrator do that, Jeff?
Sure. Well,
Sure.
he may not want to do it, but
Right. All right. Making photos of the characters. So I was just curious if we can all give each other an update on like what this new level holds for each of us, like special abilities. I know that you shared one, Mark's for.
yeah, I mean, I did all mine on the intro, so I said mine, but you guys go ahead for yours.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sure. So I took another spell, Pass Without Trace, which we've seen Trip do before, and help boost up ability to hide. And the other ability from my Ranger Conclave thing is it's called Volley, where I can use my action to make a range attack against any number of creatures within 10 feet of a point you can see within your weapon's range. And you, of course, have to have ammunition for each target as normal, and you make a separate attack roll for each target. So it'd be pretty handy if there's a bunch of opponents, clumped up together.
Yeah. So do you get to do that unlimited? Is it an unlimited thing as long as they're kind of grouped together?
As long as you got the ammo and they're grouped together, that's just something he can do.
That's amazing.
That was nice.
Hey, do you have one of those amazing quivers that basically can hold almost unlimited amounts of arrows and stuff? Because if you don't, I think you should invest in one. And I think they ought. Do you have that?
I have a quiver of Ilana.
Okay, that's it. Okay,
That's it.
good. Because I can't remember, but I think you can literally put like hundreds of arrows in it or something.
You can put a lot.
Yeah.
Enough.
Awesome.
In the live chat, Victor Snyder just joins us. Hey, Victor. He says, bye, Ekamon. We will miss you.
I know.
And Ekamon wants a quiver of unlimited sandwiches, I think.
Hey, he just needs a bag of holding. and just fill it with
Yeah.
sandwiches.
Victor also says about the pictures of Carv, I cannot say what I would pay for those pictures.
Well, you're going to have to pay up if you don't want to see them.
Oh, great. Let's threaten people now. Awesome.
Just kidding.
I think the point is that regardless of whether you do or do not want them, we just want to be rid of them.
Wow.
All right. Let's see. Is anybody else? Oh, no, Trip, you got to share your new stuff, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So just putting this out there, a lot of these are very specific situation, but I think just some interesting things to keep in mind that Finn can help out with. Now, Finn can only cast one 6th level spell a day, though. But I just need 4 hours to do a long rest, in which I, as long as nothing major is happening, I can rest and cast another one in 4 hours if we want to take a break. But I think one that could get a decent amount of use is basically like a teleportation spell. But the way it works is it has to be in a location that has a large plant that I visited before. So basically anywhere where we have been as an adventure party that would have a large size plant, as long as there's a plant around us, we could somehow transport ourselves from one plant beside us to the other plant anywhere on the plane, on our plane. So there you go. So that's kind of fun.
That's
Teleportation by plants.
Very useful, and I think it may just come in handy depending on what we need to do next.
Absolutely. Some other cool things. I mean, I can memorize a healing spell that can be cast from a distance that automatically heals 70 hit points.
Oh,
That's pretty amazing.
Wow.
And
That's you're not going to die right now.
yeah, exactly. Right.
You're good.
And I won't share them all, but 3 others. There's one called Move Earth that's very interesting that looks like I could basically probably create anything that we wanted to out of earth and clay, including, I'm kind of thinking if we ever have to stop somewhere or we ever need, like, if there's an impending battle, I could actually create, like, maybe a mini fort, a crude mini fort out of earth, which is kind of interesting. It would take probably a couple hours to do that because it has to be like a 40-foot square of earth at a time, but that's pretty significant.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
yeah. And if we ever have to go up against undead, I've got a fun one called Sunbeam that's penetrating, dangerous beam of light that I can shoot over and over again, sort of like a lightning bolt that does damage, but it's with pure sunlight that can blind things, but also create, cause major damage. And here's a bizarre one that could be interesting for the right circumstance, but I've got a spell now called Wind Walk, and I could turn up to 10 willing companions and myself into wisping clouds that can move at 30 feet per round. And we could travel, I think it's for like up to 2 hours. No, I think it's 8 hours actually. And
So you turn to wind.
basically turn into wind, and we could travel like anywhere we want to stealthily. And then the only thing though is it takes 1 full minute to like reform ourselves before we can take action. But under the right circumstance, with a certain plan, that could be an interesting way to find our way into enemy territory, just looking like wind flying by. So it's kind of weird, but interesting. Yeah. But once again, all of those things would take some planning, and, I would have to take 4 hours rest before casting.
Just to clarify, while in this cloud form, a creature has a flying speed of 300 feet.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Oh,
okay, 300. Yeah. 300 feet around, right, or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be basically 300 feet
a turn.
a turn.
Right. There you go.
Which is 10 times the amount you normally start off with.
Yeah. Yeah.
In,
So there you go.
in,
Pretty cool.
in the chat, Necronius joined us. Hello, sir. Victor Snyder said in reference to the teleport spell, says, wow, that's a great spell. And Victor also says about what you were just talking about, is that like passing gas?
Yes. Exactly like passing dangerous gas. Actually, in Carv's word, legendary gas.
Right.
But I did want to ask guys, just in general to the group, trying to decide if I should normally have either the healing spell memorized or the transport, like the teleports memorized. Because
if I'm not mistaken, you could have both memorized.
That is
you just
true.
Would only be able to, you would only be able to cast one of them. But having both at the ready, I would say is pretty grand.
Okay. Well, I may have to cut back on one of the other lower level spells that I have memorized. But yeah, totally could. All right.
Cool.
Fair enough.
All right.
And it's not too great of an accomplishment, but having been in so many fights with so many varied enemies, Tulthus's next level in Barbarian has actually granted him the feral senses required to know when shit is about to hit the fan, and thus also give him advantage on initiative rolls. So that's neat.
Cool.
I think that's huge. I mean, that's every freaking battle, you know?
It's definitely good. It's definitely good. I'm not going to complain.
Definitely. No.
All right. Nifty stuff.
True.
Yeah.
Stuff.
All right. Take it away, Somnus.
All right. So, back to the arena here. Serianna, of course, thanks you for your help. Kaimathest, less so. But he basically talking to Serianna, I will make arrangements for you to be able to contact me should I be needed. And he makes his way out.
Oh, before he leaves, could we mention something?
Sure.
Do you know of Uthar Irtan's plans in Greywatch?
I'm not certain what he's up to. It really wasn't any particular concern to me.
Yeah, well, didn't you assign him to help you take out the Cyrans?
Yeah, I mean, we just wanted to make clear that...
Can you tell him to knock it off?
If you're going to stop pursuing the Cyrans, that maybe he should be creating a monster horde to come and kill them all.
He says, I did nothing but point out the threat.
So he took the scissors and ran with it.
How can you point out to him that the threat is not a threat anymore?
I sincerely doubt he would listen. This is
Try
a
turning
man.
into a dragon.
He says, and that I cannot do.
Because it would reveal his secret.
He says, he is, above all, a man devoted to his nation. He sees a threat. He always felt the Cyrans were a threat. But it's been highlighted in his mind now, from the things that I've told him.
Yeah. Plus, him being a war veteran against the Cyran people probably doesn't help either.
No. So,
well, you wouldn't miss him if he dropped into a dark hole, huh?
It wouldn't bother me any. I had rather assumed you were going to kill him eventually anyway. Or he would kill you, one or the other.
As much of a formidable foe as he is, hopefully it will not come to blood.
Though now might be one of your better chances to remove him permanently. He is outside of Breland and bereft of the protections that the government of Breland would provide.
This is very true.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Well, thank you for your time anyway, Kaimathest. Glad to see you can at least spare it for the little people.
He nods and makes his way out.
After he leaves, Kalyna will turn to Serianna and will say, "Wow, he must have been the life of the party at birthday celebrations."
You have not caught him on one of his better days.
I don't think we've ever caught him on a better day.
But he is good to his word.
That's good.
How is Serianna looking right now?
Better. I mean, a little bit of healing, but and shape changing can hide some of it. But she's definitely saying we should probably get out of Malian's Gate.
That sounds like a good idea. And I say, anyway, I say, Serianna, you want to feel something awesome?
She raises an eyebrow.
How about a little healing? And I go ahead and cast my super heal spell on her and give her 70 hit points.
And she smiles. That is considerably better.
Glad.
She looks around the field. I'm going to have to send someone to dispose of these blades. There's something not right about the blades the Rakshasas were using.
The fact they were able to penetrate your natural defenses?
They hurt. They hurt a lot.
Speaking of those blades, in the chat, Victor says, "Has anyone collected some of the dragon blood from the bad guys' weapons?" Does dragon? So I'm curious, why does dragon blood like help us do stuff or something, or?
No,
I'm sure it's valuable.
Yes,
in alchemy
highly.
and that sort of thing. Right.
It would be a highly valuable alchemy component.
Also in the chat, Lister's mate says because of Tripp's line to Serianna, he has the song "Sexual Healing" in his head now.
Yes. I did too, thanks. I wasn't going to quite go there with the dragon, though. I was afraid I'd get told to bend over. Anyway.
Start talking like that, and the breath weapon is not off the table here, so...
Yeah, exactly, right.
and you draw the saving throws on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine it goes down like this. Blow me! Oh, well, you asked for it.
Whoa! My wee-wee fell off. Anyway. So...
All right, but yeah, let's get out of here.
Sure.
So how are you kind of like pulling up the cloaks and hoods and trying not to draw attention, getting out of
Definitely.
the
yeah. And hey, what's that new spell you learned, Carv?
Oh, you want me to use that on you guys?
Why not? It's new.
Well, it depends. Not if it's using up spell slots you need later. We don't.
Well, considering
It's
Trip
whatever you
already
want to.
used his 6th level spell slot, I would say we're probably going to take a rest here soon.
Whatever.
Well, rangers don't get as many spells though as other people. I don't think.
True.
No, they have less available.
Like my spells are very limited as well.
It's
Yeah.
fine. I cast Pass Without Trace. I've got plenty of them.
Okay.
Sure, I go ahead and
Oh,
cast
geez.
it on all of us.
Okay.
All right, so you guys do your best, slip out of the goblinoid district and back into more civilized areas of Lower Sharn, such as they are,
Yeah.
before heading up to Platinum Heights.
Yeah. Sounds good. And I would love to ask Serianna, you know, once we're kind of in a more private location, I mean, just with the party, if she's familiar with the Rakshasa and if she can tell us, you know, what
What's their beef?
feud has been going on. Yeah, what's the beef? And you know, should we be pursuing them? Are they trying to stop, you know, similar tales of doom, or what does she know?
Once you're at her home and she lets you in, and you know, she says, of course, you know, with what's happened today, there really shouldn't be any more secrets here. You know, I rarely stay here, and there isn't much here. But if you need the use of the tower, certainly it can be available to you.
Great.
Most excellent.
As to the Kisaraja, he and I and my brother, we have been fighting a war against each other for centuries. He was a servant of the Lords of Dust. Long ago, ancient in the history of our world, the Rakshasa, the children of Khyber, rose up and enslaved much of the world, and including the original dragons. We were eventually able to discover the prophecy, and with the help of the Quotal, we rebelled and overthrew them, binding the greatest of them, their Rajas, in prisons of magic, bound by the Quotal serpents, to keep them in check.
Yes, I do believe we have encountered one before, if I'm not mistaken. It was in the Blade Desert, or, well, within a cavern near there.
So much time has passed that we don't even know for sure, you know, where the different prisons are. You know, you're talking about events that are, you know, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years ago.
Eons in the making.
Yeah.
Right. So that was one of the Lords of Dust, Tulthus, that we kind of entombed.
I'm getting the sense of, or at least left to be entombed.
Yeah. Well, we described the whole situation that happened with the guy that had the book, and
Gotcha.
Literally,
Yeah, and the Balinar elves that made a deal with him.
She
and
says,
just asking Serianna if that sounds like one of her foes.
it might have been one of the Rajas.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
in the chat real quick, Victor Snyder says, "Great, the party has a pool, has a house party now, or party for a house for a party." I guess her Serianna's.
Hey,
Yeah.
come to join us in Platinum Heights, yeah!
So I'm gonna dress up and invite over that elf.
Oh,
You
Wait,
gotta
there
get
we
the top
go.
hat.
good
Yep,
idea.
there's the opening.
you might want to buy a bed. Sorry, there's all this house has is a parlor, I guess, and
Just gonna use
library.
like plant growth or something and build up a flower bed type thing. I don't know.
Oh, that's very romantic, actually. Look at that. Look at Carv. Who knew he was so romantic?
She says,
All right.
you know, the dragons of the chamber, like myself and my brother, have long watched the prophecy, but also watched for the schemes of the Lords of Dust to oppose them at every point.
I'm curious, do you think the prophecy that we witnessed could have anything to do with them?
It's possible. Certainly, the actual threat in the prophecy has been somewhat vague. It could be that one of the Lords of Dust is manipulating events to try to push one of the Cyrans or a group of Cyrans to causing cataclysmic destruction.
Oof, that would be most unfortunate.
That sort of thing would conceivably, I mean, depending on what they were looking at, it might allow for one of the Rajas to slip their bonds.
I would hate for that to happen. The creature we encountered was of immense knowledge and wisdom. I loathe to behold its terrible power.
But this is only a possibility, because the only thing that I could think of is that in all of the chaos that is being caused, it would give some or one of the Lords of Dust a chance to try to free one of their masters.
Right.
While everyone is looking at the rest of the problem.
Gotcha.
Rarely do the Lords of Dust plans follow straight lines.
Oh, yeah.
In the chat, Mark should be glad to hear that Victor says elves love bow ties, so it looks like Carv's in good shape.
That's good.
And I also started based on somebody's Necrotes' comment, what's your favorite fast food restaurant in the chat? So people are saying Wendy's and Subway, and that's nothing to do with what we're doing, I know. But my vote is In-N-Out, because whenever I'm in California, it's
In-N-Out burger, yeah.
By far the best fast food I've ever had.
I have
Carl's
to
Jr., man.
Oh, Carl's.
In-N-Out's Carl Jr. is really good. In-N-Out's better.
Now, I have to say, if you're going for fries, order from Checkers.
I haven't had Checkers. Oh, wait. Did I have Checkers once? I don't know. Anyway.
Amazing fries.
I do love In-N-Out also.
Yeah, I mean, you can have it all the time, I know, but it's no big deal for you probably. But for me, like, I don't get it times a year.
I also enjoy Five Guys. I just don't go to them nearly as much as In-N-Out or. It's not meant sexually.
So many jokes.
So
as a matter of fact, In-N-Out is not only my favorite restaurant, it's one of my favorite activities.
It's what you like to do with Five Guys.
Five Guys is not one of my favorite activities. I enjoy it as a restaurant.
You go to In-N-Out with Five Guys.
No thanks.
Carl Jr. is one of the guys.
Oh, God.
What?
For some reason, one of them is named Wendy.
Yeah. But Tripp doesn't like her.
Oh, okay. Well, there is that Burger King guy. He's royal.
He's loving it.
He's very disturbing. He's very disturbing. I feel.
He's a royal pain in my ass.
All right. Anyway, all right. So anyway, Kalyna will pipe it. It seems like Uthar, right, is our main threat right now, though?
Yeah, sounds like it.
So, yeah. And so, was there anything else, though, that you wanted to do? Because, Kaimathest at least is no longer creating any new problems.
I'm curious. Why didn't Serianna respond to our message on the sending stone?
Yeah, just ask her.
She says, honestly, I forgot to take it with me.
That's great. That was the answer I was hoping for.
That's fine. At least it didn't have anything to do with, like, little arms. Damn stone!
No.
Just kidding.
That's great.
All right. Okay, fair enough.
Let's say it's my curiosity. Now, as far as getting to, was it Grey Watch or Grey Wall?
Grey Wall.
Grey Wall,
Here,
that's it.
let me clean up
Yeah.
the board here, and I'll take us back to the map.
Yeah.
In the chat, Necrotius also says, when are you gonna get sponsorship for all those fast food restaurants you just mentioned? I would love that. We'll eat on air every week.
At least a coupon, right?
Yeah.
Gray wall, right there.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, the rest of the party has ventured to Drome before, correct?
Yes.
Some of us have.
Yep.
Yes. But as
Yeah.
long as Trip was there.
Yeah, I was there, so we could make
Well,
a quick
but
trip.
where you went, you stopped in Vralkek, and then traveled to Maruk Krat along the coast.
Let me see. Ah, okay, gotcha. So we would be a good ways off.
We could turn in a win from there.
That's true.
I mean, technically, you could use it to go to the edge of the sacred grove.
Oh God.
Right.
Get a quick
Well,
check.
Sacred Grove is getting better all the time.
Not that place again.
Actually, yeah, that
What
would be
happened
quick. Oh, oh
Yeah,
God.
But it is pretty close, actually.
Yeah, we would be fairly close then. Very
well, I think we mentioned it before, but yes, the forest was essentially being turned into one giant living organism with teeth.
Well,
Wait a minute.
the worst that can happen is we'll actually, transport to a tree with giant teeth and scary claws, and, we might get attacked by a tree when we get
Pulsing
spit out of it,
veins.
but it'll be okay. We're pretty legendary. We'll be
We'll
fine.
chop it down. We're legendary lumberjacks.
We're
The first time we went
lumberjacks.
to the Sacred Grove, we didn't travel through Grey Wall area.
Um,
Isn't that the way we would have gotten there?
yeah, actually, you did. You passed briefly through Grey Wall.
There
You did. Yeah, you did. You went up the road.
Yeah, so there you go. I would have seen a tree out the window. Or wherever we were. I'm sketchy if we were traveling by horse. Yeah, we were.
Yeah,
I
you
guess.
were. You were
There
at
you
that
go.
point.
Okay, so
you
yeah, I can
didn't,
take a trip.
You didn't have access to the airship yet at that point.
Yeah, that's
Right.
right.
So I know this sounds kind of silly, but kind of what I'm thinking, although it may not be necessary at all, is that we take a quick trip to New Seer, and I would like to create maybe over a 2 or 3 day period more of a detailed sort of embattlement protection for the Sirens, in addition to the pop-up fortress that we put there. I could create a 20-foot high kind of plateau that it will sit on, and a big embankment around it. Could even do a moat, and I should be able to rough that out within a couple days. I mean, it'll kind of be constant movement of the earth, but I can do that now, which is kind of nutty and crazy, but might as well do it to give them amazing defenses.
When you've got the power, flaunt it.
Why not? So I don't know if you guys would be cool with that. We could go to New Seer. We could do whatever we can together as a group to shore things up, and then head on to Grey Wall.
Kalyna is definitely in favor of that. Obviously, as being half Cyran, she wants to protect the Sirens as much as possible.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
So definitely you've seen trees in New Seer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can definitely use one of the trees to transport that way. And explaining that to Serianna,
Yeah.
she says, I'll have an adjustment made here. I'll have a tree put here in the courtyard.
Oh.
Please do. That would be great. And
could you also get some maybe put some furniture in the place so we?
She says, "Yes, I can do that."
Great.
wow. Carv needs a bed. A big fluffy bed.
She says, "How much does Enmore know?"
He doesn't know you're a dragon, obviously.
No. He does know that something is up, that we did tell him.
Wait, was
that-
Enmore? Sorry,
Here I'm going. I blanked on it for a minute. No, Enmore was there.
Yeah,
was there.
Enmore
Yeah,
and
everybody knows everything.
Enmore and Inatosh were there. So
Oh, that's true.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. Didn't we have friends help us?
yeah, it's
So
yes.
all I can say is just tell him to keep his mouth shut or he gets eaten, maybe?
No, she says, I expect I'm going to have to have a little bit of a talk with him over things. Inatosh and Enmore left together, kind of in that sort of, I'm not sure what I just witnessed, and I'm not sure if I want to remember what I just witnessed.
Right? You want to go to a bar? Yeah, let's go to a bar.
I think we need to go have a drink. Maybe several. Strong.
You know what? I've got an idea, Serianna. Just tell him that he will be invited over to some major parties at your place. And when we're in town, we will live it up.
She says, I'm sure this has been a lot for him to take in. But we'll see how he feels about everything.
You know, it's nothing that a few cases of good stiff drinks won't take care of. I'm joking. I don't want his liver to fail.
She says, I definitely try not to encourage his drinking. I know why he drinks, but not. I would hate to lose him. He is very skilled.
Why does he drink? Is it a tragedy in the past?
He, of course, like many others, fought in the war. And he actually fought against Seer. But he lost his brother in battle. He wasn't able to save him.
Okay.
Well,
That's a bummer.
That is. All right.
He needs to get over it.
Jesus Christ. Carv, you're never gonna get ladies like that.
I don't know. The Valinor might respect that.
Maybe.
Wow.
All right.
Okay. So, do a quick long rest of 4 hours and then head on to New Seer. Is that cool with everybody?
We should actually do a full rest, right? Because we were just in a big battle. Just everybody.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Hey, Serianna,
Well,
can we?
you need to do that anyway to be able to get the spell back. For
Yeah.
the
Well,
sixth
for
level
me,
spell.
a long rest is 4 hours. But yeah,
Right.
I mean, for everybody though, we'll do a long rest for 8 hours.
Okay.
Serianna, can we sleep here at your place on the cold hard floor?
For now, it might be more comfortable at a tavern or an inn up here, in Upper Sharn.
Oh, cool. Great. Can you recommend one and pay for it?
Wow, I think we have enough money.
Hey, we should just save the day.
It's like Finn saying there's enough money.
Yeah, well,
Oh, that's true. Wait a second. Where did my giant sack of gold go?
It's
I don't know.
it's the leftover lingering of the dragon fear.
Right.
No, you find an inn to stay at that's very nice, comfortable to stay in. Serianna is going to make arrangements for some of the modifications to the tower in Platinum Heights so that it will actually be, more suitable for other people staying there.
That's good.
So the night passes uneventfully, as you would expect in Upper Sharn. Lower Sharn, you might have had an exciting night. So what is the plan? Find a tree outside of Sharn and use it to find a tree in Sharn and use it to teleport.
Are there trees in Sharn? Are there any parks?
Oh yeah, there's park.
Oh yeah.
There's a big park where halflings and shifters play different games.
Hey, Carv, what's your favorite halfling game?
Half checkers.
Half checkers? Wow.
You'll have to teach it to us sometime.
What about the limbo? Sorry. I think you'd be good at that card. All right, anyway.
And off to New Seer.
Yes, off to New Seer. And I don't know if you need me to draw anything out, Somnus. Basically, the idea is that I'll find an area that is right by the town that, I could create, like I said, a plateau that the fortress could sit on and be protected. I would like to have a big tree, on top of the plateau around the fortress. And then also create like 10-foot wall embankments surrounding that entire area too, where people could actually set up tents and stuff or do farming and have kind of a self-contained keep within the city. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I see what you're going for.
Yeah.
It'll take some time, but you can do it, and the rest of you can hang out in New Seer for a little bit.
Definitely.
Finn's an earthbender.
Yeah, basically. So basically, I figure it'd probably take maybe a couple days, but every 4 hours I can rest, and then I can shift the earth for 2 hours at a time.
It's still going to take days. The reason is that no matter what, you have to be tired enough to actually rest. You can't just, okay, I cast a spell to rest. Okay, now I'm going to sleep 4 hours. It, doesn't quite work that way.
Yeah,
no problem. Well, I was just thinking, elves basically go into a trance, so I kind of figured I could do that whenever, but I'm fine with whatever.
Okay.
If Irtan's forces come, I will have built something, so...
It'll be... Wait, are we at the right village?
Was this here?
Was this here before?
Exactly. Oh, and...
I just said there weren't any walls.
Right. And one other thing, though, that I would like to do is I would like to create like an escape tunnel underneath the fortress, leading out into the woods. And clearly, that'll take some time. But
after you get the walls all done, you hear Irtan's forces on the other side. Look, if we built this giant wooden rabbit,
right? You stay away. Yeah.
All right. So while he's working, what are you guys doing?
Well, pretty much catching up on what's been going on since we left not too long ago. And is the widow still about?
She is not.
Kalyna's gonna go around and play with the kids of New Seer because she likes kids. To cheer them up, and she'll also pass them some coins as well.
Oh,
and you have a grand old time playing kickball and other things with the kids. I mean, they're having a good time, and most of what's been heard is that it's been quiet in New Seer. No new incidents. I mean, people are still tense, but they feel a little better with the giant metal tower over at the edge of the building, and now siege fortifications being put up, which is certainly something to watch.
By the way, in the chat about the winner, Victor says, "Great, she's been kidnapped again."
please no.
Well, I don't know if that happened necessarily.
That'd be another interesting story to bring up, though.
Oh, let me know if I find any precious metals and that I'm moving around.
Ooh, I like that one and that one.
Yeah, oh, nice.
Red gem, blue gem, 2 gem, gold gem.
Gold! We found gold!
Kalyna also enlists Tulthus to give the kids piggyback rides.
Sure, he could probably carry about 7 or 8 at a time.
Sure.
Oh,
Do I
just
have
go
Red
for
Wing?
20.
Do I have Red Wing with me and give rides?
Oh, now that'd be a thrill for
Yeah, there you
kids.
go.
That's what I'll do.
This is a freaking legendary amusement park.
No kidding.
That's how we get people to come to New Seer. It's like it's the New Seer, I don't know. It's like freaking the new Disney World.
Carv, I'm thinking with your new skill, you should make a bunch of suction cup arrows, and you could shoot every single child or every single target in a 10-foot area. Right.
Why is he shooting with
Cheers.
suction cups?
Well, I don't know. I was just if he was going to actually shoot any of the children or anything, things
Okay.
stick to them instead of stab them through the
I
body.
don't want him to shoot at children with anything, really.
Right.
Alrighty. But no.
That talent should go with spitballs too. That would be pretty amazing.
That'd be nice.
You could just visit their classroom, and while the teacher's teaching, it turns around
Rubber band.
at the same time.
All right. So it takes a few days to move things around, put up the fortifications. At this point, at no point during this time does the widow turn up. And there's no sign of Isvor either. So, odds would be good that wherever they are, they're together.
Did we give the widow one of the stones? Does anybody want to contact her and see what's
I don't
up?
think we did.
If we did. Okay.
But she's also been more cautious since that kidnapping incident.
Yeah.
So, likely she'll turn up again. So, once you get the fortifications done, then what would you like to do? Sadly, Finn can't shortcut to Tantamar because you haven't been there yet.
Yeah, I know. That's too bad.
I do want to do one really silly thing too, though. I do want to erect, because I can actually form stone. It won't be fine detail, but basically somewhat good detail. But I will erect statues of ourselves as legendary heroes of New Seer, and I'll also do a statue of the widow and her guy too, and they'll kind of be statues leading into this new place. But I'll also do some statues of people of New Seer.
Go ahead and let's roll a. Let's go with intelligence.
It's gonna be great stuff.
Intelligence. That's my worst.
For trying to sculpt and carve it to look proper.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not sure.
Can't wait to see how these statues turn out.
Not sure if he's in the chat, but I have just been informed that my friend Zach is now currently watching the stream.
Nice.
Awesome.
Cool.
I don't see him in the chat, but that's great. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Hi, Zach.
Oh wait, let's see.
Is he part of Warhammer 40K, whatever that is? That what it's called, right?
No, he's a part of my D&D home group.
Oh, that's even better.
Nice.
Indeed.
Not this of Warhammer. I'm just saying it's more appropriate for the show.
Yeah.
I've never had the chance to play the Warhammer game.
It's good, actually.
I've heard it's good. And what was it? I heard Rogue
Oh.
Trader was like really good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice roll.
I don't know. I would say they don't look like too bad.
Right.
I was going to make a personal request. Could you put, like, actually at the bottom of the Tulthus statue, a little plaque that says Primarch?
Well, I think that might be something maybe we can have the blacksmith do. Or
Yeah, I
something.
mean,
like, you know.
Have somebody make the plaques. You know.
Yeah.
No, they're nice and shiny.
Yeah.
Makes
All right,
sense.
Kalyna will take a look and it's like, hey, nice job, Finn. Good job on my boobs. They look good.
Thanks. Well,
Great
you know,
curvature.
I tried to put a little extra effort into them.
I can tell.
Oh, and I'm sorry about it being nude, but I didn't think of mine.
He's not used to clothes yet. In fact, I'm not even sure he could get the loincloth right. But it did a good job.
I just have the blacksmith create like a giant bolt. Just kidding.
Okay.
I have him put some nuts on there too.
Oh, hey, so Zach is in the chat. He says, hey, Nate, ZDP 231 in the chat.
Okay, sweet.
Sweet.
So,
All right, I think I'm done with my fortification monstrosity.
Well, the only thing I'm curious about is where indeed the Widow could have gone off to, unless she's back in Sharn.
Who knows what she's up to?
and Finn ends his short stint in construction.
That's right. Well, I don't know. I'm thinking of opening a new business now.
Oh, man, if we had paired that with the Orb of Annihilation and your Earth moving, we would
I
have
know.
been the greatest construction company ever.
Well, you see, now I can go back to a tree right by where we left it.
I wonder if that would work.
I don't know if I
Considering
can
the
transport it
landscape.
back through the tree, though. I'm not sure. You would have to let me know how that works. It just keeps annihilating.
Let's try
the
to send
tree.
the orb through the tree first and see what happens.
Right.
If it eats the tree, no dice. If it goes
Right.
through, we're good.
Mhm. Oh, well. Maybe a gigantic tree. I would have to find just like a giant redwood, you know?
Well, in Zendrick, there are certainly massive trees
Oh, yeah.
there.
All right. Sounds good.
But
Anyway, that's another day. I'll stop chatting about that.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess.
Well,
our
I don't
next
know.
thing
Are you
to-
really concerned about the widow? Do we want to track her down, or do we just want to go to Grey Wall?
Actually, yeah, what is the party consensus on that?
She's a
I'm not
grown
personally
adult.
worried about the Widow. I think she's doing her own thing.
She's a grown adult.
Alrighty, then it looks
So
like
I've never
it's
seen her
your
face,
turn.
so I figure she's an aberration, probably.
Carv will deal with her later.
Her time will come.
Wow.
Yeah, looks like Irtan is next on the list then.
Here you go.
I think so. Where's this
Cool.
place at again?
In
Where
Grey.
we're at right now?
Yeah, he'll show you on the map there.
That's
So in Drone.
basically where a bunch of monsters are. I
Oh,
don't know.
it's
Do you want to
Grey Wall?
describe Grey Wall to us some more, Somnus? Just so...
well, Drome in general is a nation of monsters. It used to be part of Breland, but during the war, a trio of hags leading an army of trolls came down into Droam and either ran out or killed all of the human and demi-human people living there.
Ooh.
That's not nice.
And basically claimed dominion over it. On the other end of it, though, the hags are also trying to actually establish Droam as a full-fledged nation. They tried to be part of the Treaty of Thronehold and were denied entrance to the peace talks. So Droam is not a signatory of the Treaty of Thronehold. But at the same time, I mean, they're hiring out like ogres to other nations to help with construction and heavy lifting. They're trying to make it civilized-ish, or as much as they can manage.
So, I'm wondering.
One thing that comes to thought too. I'm sorry, Tulthus, for interrupting.
Oh no, it's perfectly fine.
Would we be interested in seeing if Inatosh would like to join us on this adventure? I know he just helped us out, within more with the dragons, but he seems...
He's probably still hungover from drinking with anymore.
Maybe.
Look at you
I don't
guys.
know.
I think you guys are playing a little out of my league.
I don't know.
I mean, dragons,
it was just an idea. I don't know. Just an idea to see if any of our, people that we've met that are warrior types would like to come along and help out.
Oh, well then, Nyaf would probably be a good candidate, because we haven't had her hop along any other journeys beside, granting her and Carv's, I guess, request.
Well, yeah, and then we get that romance going.
Yeah, but I don't know exactly where she is and if I've seen any trees around there.
Well, she said she was going to Ter Shantara, but you've never been there.
Yeah. So that would be quite a journey then, right?
Yeah, it's all the way over at the edge of the Endworld Mountains in Valinor.
Yeah.
You'd have to go by airship to get there.
Right.
In the
We didn't give
chat...
her one of those stones.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Marks.
We didn't give her one of those talking stones.
I don't think we just did.
No, you didn't have one to give, I don't think. And besides that, I mean, there is a speaker post at the location, so...
Yeah, it wouldn't be too much of an issue to get a message through.
Yeah. And also, she may not be there yet.
Right.
She was going by horseback across the desert.
Or a little bit of ways,
Yeah.
Right.
In the chat, Chris Hadley just joined us, one of our viewers. Thank you, Chris. You rock. Thank you, everybody, for watching. There's actually a bunch of people in the chat right now. Since you're all there right now, let me just tell you that some stuff we're going to be doing coming up. First off, Marks and I last night, we did our last DC Action Hour for the season. So we talked about all the season finales of Arrow, Flash, Supergirl. You can check that out on supergeekedup.com. Next week, if you were here last week, we did a cool steampunk RPG for the first time called Lady Blackbird, which I was GMing. We're going to do that again next week, continue that. So if you want to know some more, if you had fun watching that, tune in. And there's a thing called Roll20 Con coming up at the end of June, which is Roll20 is a site we're using here. And they do like a 2-day a week, Saturday and Sunday, June 24th and 25th. I think they raise money for a charity that helps against cyberbullying. And so Sam told us about it, and Marks and I were chatting yesterday about maybe trying to do some GMing, like share GMing different games and stuff. So we might be doing some of that, folks. I got to talk more to the rest of these guys here afterwards about it, but we're gonna try to get something going for that to maybe do like a mini marathon or something like that of some gaming.
I'm down for that.
Awesome. All right, good. There we go. We got Nate on board already. Good.
Yeah, sadly, I will be out of town for it, but if I were here, I would be totally down for it.
Yeah, I think it'd be good. Obviously, it's always great to raise money for a good charity, and we might do. I think we're trying to work on some other games. Maybe we'll do a little Lady Blackbird, maybe some Strange, maybe some new stuff, maybe Fate system possibly. We'll see. We're gonna talk about it. We'll see what we're gonna do.
Schwenker.
Cool.
All right. Anyway, that's it. We can go back to. Thanks for watching, though, folks.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So, there's definitely Greywall. Greywall is looking like a place, unless you want to go back to the Sacred Grove to check in with Karag.
Yeah, I'm thinking Sacred Grove, and then we just travel by land over to Greywall.
Okay. Do you guys want to see what's up with dang it. What is the Master Druid's name again?
Karag.
There. Karag, I'm sorry. Do y'all want to see what's up with Karag?
Sure.
Since we'll be
Not-
right
not
there.
Not really, but okay.
I mean, hey,
Wow.
just in case the situation has gotten
Hey,
worse,
man,
we know which
that was
forest
a
we're
very
in.
traumatic experience.
Well,
She's still
Wait.
twitchy. It's the only forest she's gone to where the trees tried to kill her.
true.
And pretty much
True.
everything in the forest.
All right. So sure, we go ahead and transport ourselves through a large tree to one of the large trees in the Sacred Grove.
All right. And the grove is still there, and definitely
Hopefully, looking better.
much better.
Good.
Much better.
That's a relief.
Absolutely. I'm glad our efforts were not in vain.
No,
Yep.
no, it looks much, much better.
Right. And I call out for Karag. Karag! Here to
Here's
visit!
one.
It's Finn! And friends! And if he doesn't answer right away, I call over to one of the animals and speak to one of the animals and ask if they've seen Karag. And if they know where
Okay.
he is.
No, actually, he's waiting for you.
Oh!
Interesting.
It's been a long
Hello,
time.
Karag. It's been too long. It has been a long time. And
But,
boy,
I mean,
we
definitely,
have
you're
seen
like-
things.
You're looking around, and I mean, it looks like it used to before
Good.
everything happened.
Great. Karag, it's nice to be home.
I expect it is. And I
Oh,
have
it
been
is.
keeping watch here, but nothing more has come of the corruption that was leaking out. It seems that things are slowly getting back to normal here.
That's a relief to hear. Absolutely.
Well-
Is there anything that we can do to be of service to you and to the Sacred Grove?
Well, certainly, of course, at some point, I would like to train you as a gatekeeper. There are very
I
few
would
of
like
us
that.
anymore.
That would be great. That would be great.
I have to say, something is making me uneasy these days. I just feel like something's coming.
Well, we're going to try to stop something that seems to be, anyway, some evil going on. We're going to stop a man that is possibly bringing together a horde of monsters and Droem to go against new seers. So we're going to try to stop that. But I have a feeling that you're talking about things that are going on that have to do with sealing the evil in the Sacred Grove.
I actually have to ask, is it a familiar feeling?
He says it's not necessarily anything specific. It may be nothing at all. I mean, it just may be me reading more into things than I should.
Some irritable bowel syndrome,
Wow. All right, that's special, Tulthus. So anyway, but in all seriousness, Karag, I would definitely be interested in training in the old ways of the gatekeepers.
Can you do that like in one day, like a train montage?
We got to get the 80s music going. And
Right.
Yeah. It's montage.
Well, that is a very good question, though. How long would it take to train in the ways? Are we talking 6 months, a year? Or is it just all depends?
Depends on the student.
Oh, well.
24 hours.
24 hours, right.
Probably longer than that.
I would think so.
Oh, okay.
That's
25. Okay.
Well, I would do my best, and I'd certainly apply myself.
We're going to do the accelerated course.
Right. I would even stay out of the barn for this.
Oh, damn. That's saying
Wow.
something.
Whoa. Whoa. All right. Anyway. Great.
So what are we seeing? Where are these creatures or stuff?
Those are stone statues of guardian cats around a stone seal.
Ah, okay.
Now, Carv has never been here.
Yes, and you do not want to go down there. Just to let you know. That's it.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't like what's under there.
It's a great place to take a first date.
Oh, that's terrible.
First one.
Is this the gate that you keep?
Kalyna, roll that bluff check.
Zach was asking what was on the screen just now. It was a cartoon or something. I was away. Did you guys have something up on the screen?
Mm-mm.
No?
No?
Just this map, right?
I believe
The
so.
map, as far as I know.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe that was a bonus thing that popped up on yours.
A special ad.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, do sometimes pop up, I guess, folks.
that's true.
Anyway, I don't know. Okay. Well, Karag, maybe after we take care of this horde of monsters, maybe then I'll be ready to study in the ways of the gatekeeper.
Well, I will stay here a little longer. If you wrap things up quickly, come back here. I do, like I said, I would rather do that sooner than later. I have a bad feeling about things.
Okay. All right. Unless you guys want to take like a month vacation and let me do the work, train in the ways of the gatekeepers. Or if you guys want to go and take care of your Ton while I stay here. Of course, I would rather us all stay together.
If you know what, because again, you never know what may come in the future. Being prepared never hurts.
True. True. I say let's go and take care of your Ton and then come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're still alive.
There's always that caveat.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because it's going to be rude if you come back dead.
Right.
True.
Probably muttering about wanting brains.
All right.
All right. Okay. So, but yes, definitely the forest looks to have recovered under Karag's care. And so, at least this is, again, a safe haven.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
That's definitely a good thing.
All
Sure
right.
beats the last visit, right?
Heck yeah.
By the way, Chris Hadley, I think maybe knows what Zach was talking about. I think Nate, it was your image you have as your profile image on Google Hangout that appeared briefly.
Oh, really? Then that means the screen share.
And it's fine, but sometimes it might just briefly have happened or something. It's pretty
Okay.
much still fine. What do you? I think Zach was asking. What is that? A cartoon or something? What do you have? As your...
It's it's ridiculous drawing of Animal Crossing character saying something that's absurd.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Good enough. That's what we need to know.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
All right.
Okay, great.
So, then I guess.
Well, do you guys? How far away is Greywall if we were to go by, say, horseback?
It's a little ways.
Well, we don't even have horses, do we? Or do we teleport the horses with us? Can we do that?
I mean, I can summon horses for part
Yeah.
of the time, but it's definitely not if it's a full day or whatever.
Can we turn to wind?
You'd have to wait a day, but yeah, you could.
We could turn to winds. Let me see how long it. Let's see. Oh yeah, it lasts for 8 hours. I think we would travel really fast somewhere.
Yeah,
Traveling
I would
its
say,
wind for 8 hours.
while we're waiting to pass the time by, we go ahead and start, heading towards Greywall, and then once it rolls around the next night and we take our rest, then we could probably just whoosh there the rest of the way.
Sure.
I'm running some calculations just to try and figure this out. So times
33.3, repeating, of course.
Right.
Because that would be 300 feet every
6
6
seconds.
seconds?
Oh no, it's much more than that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
general travel speed.
Divided by basically, I'm assuming it's 300 feet per move action.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
could technically
if you
dash, which would be 600 feet, and then if anybody else, for whatever reason, well, I'm not sure if you could use class features.
Okay, assuming that you keep that up for the 8 hours, you're gonna travel approximately 545 miles.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Well, that's more
Holy
than enough,
crap.
right?
Oh yeah, it's
Okay.
definitely more than enough.
That's fine. Well, I mean, I would love for us to find a spot that we're freaking in the air. We should be able to find a very safe spot where we can then stop and rest for a while before we then head into Greywall. Yeah?
I mean, we're just gonna say that. I mean, even at a relaxed pace, I mean, it's only maybe 200 miles to Greywall.
Yeah.
Okay, great. People watching, what song should we sing about wind along the way?
And I would blow 500 miles.
Wow. All right. That's sexual.
Wind beneath my
Dust
wing.
in the wind would be good. I don't know. Anything else?
Okay.
Windy. Fine.
So, you reach Greywall, and it is much as you remember it. The variance in races that are at Greywall is astonishing. I mean, there are beings you wouldn't see in any of the other nations.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're going down the street and you're seeing harpies sitting on top of some of the roofs, chattering with each other. In other parts, you see them singing and like people are being lured and drawn to them.
Yeah. Well, we definitely go in cloaked and disguised and.
Well, there's humans and everything here. I mean, House Tharashek has a enclave here, and so does Vidalis.
Okay. fair enough.
So there are dragon-marked houses here.
Yeah. I just don't think I want to show my face readily.
Gotcha.
We can wear trick-or-treat outfits.
I look at Kalyna and say, you want to wear your hat and be like our hideous ogre friend?
Well, because of the other enchantments I'm wearing, I'm not attuned to the hat anymore. I have a
that's fine.
I have a disguise spell though still. So I can do the same thing.
Okay.
But no, I don't really want to look like an ogre. Thanks, Trip or Finn.
No, I don't think you need to. I just don't want you to be turning everybody's heads.
Oh, look at the flattery. Keep it up.
All right.
I mean the flattery, not the other thing.
As we walk by different sinister-looking monsters, I say, "Doesn't she look delicious?"
Oh boy.
I don't. I'm kidding.
Oh, that's too bad.
And then I put the hat on you and turn you into a really sexy babe.
Oh.
I can't do that because
Alright.
it has to be attuned. It has to be attuned.
Right. Okay, but I do whisper to somebody, who beat her with the pretty stick?
Jeez. All right, that's a compliment, I guess.
Sure.
Sure, we'll take it.
Yeah,
Right.
Definitely, there is some strange parts to the architecture. I mean, most of it is solid gray stone, but there are times when it seems like the stone seems to ripple a little bit. Yeah, when like out of the corner of your eye.
That's disturbing.
Hey, this is a city that is filled with all kinds of disturbing things.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
So you're moving along, moving through the streets, trying to mind your own business mostly.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, we should have our perception up, just in case Irtan has his, creatures about looking, having an eye out for us. Should we roll a perception or not mess with
Oh,
it?
you could do that. That might be a good thing.
You don't
Oh.
say.
Stay out of trouble, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that sucked.
Could have been
That's
worse.
better. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All
Well,
right.
Kalyna and Carv will keep us out of trouble.
Maybe.
Maybe.
If they're in a good mood.
Right.
Keep
Tulthus is like, I perceive a slight breeze under my loincloth. That's it.
It's sort of awkward.
Yeah, it is. Quite the draft.
Alrighty.
So, do you guys think we should? How should we inquire? Find out what your ton.
Well, did we perceive anything? For those rolls?
Well, you're looking around and you do you see something you've never seen before, and it's one of those things of you don't really want to look, but you can't really look away. The thing has a kind of a sickly mauve color to its skin. Long, slender fingers. Yes, actually.
Oh.
And its face has 4 writhing tentacles where its mouth should be. And it passes along the street with like dead white eyes.
So you're saying not everybody can see this creature?
Oh yeah, no, and anyone can see it. You just guys happen to notice it.
Okay.
Me.
Do we know what it is?
You could roll Arcana on that one.
Do I get any bonus?
Well, if you have a favorite enemy for aberrations,
He
yes.
does.
I
Yeah.
do.
You would add your bonus to it.
Well, you already got a 19 carb, so.
Damn.
Okay.
Tulthus perceived the ground below him, so he's not really able to tell what the hell's going on with that thing.
I gotta walk away 1 second, guys. Sorry.
No worries. I think Carv knows exactly what its sex is, an age. Just kidding. I don't.
What by the way, while he's away there for a second, the Cardin Straff, who we know as the Archer, is he still was in prison as far as we knew?
As far as you know.
Okay. So one possibility, guys, is if Kalyna disguised herself as the Archer and to try to get into Urton is one thing we could try to do.
You kind of pulled that gag already.
Did we?
Yeah.
Was it? Oh crap! Was it the water thing? The poisoning the water? The well?
Yeah. I think you did it there.
Yep.
Oh, that was the first time we met Urton, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The long cloak of Breland and everything.
Right?
So,
But it doesn't mean it won't
Or
work.
if we find out where he is, we could all turn into wispy clouds and go and jump.
to give you a better idea of what
Just
you're
kidding.
looking at,
Ugh.
Can anybody else guess what that is? Because I sure as hell know what it is.
Victor says, like, oh shoot, I can't remember how to spell its name in the chat. I don't
What
know.
is it? Mini
Octopus Man?
Cthulhu?
Octopus Man. Calamari.
Davy Jones?
True.
nope, this predates that by a lot. So, and what? Let me look at the results. See if anyone other
I
than
say we leave it alone.
Finn has heard of them as well. It is an illithid,
Mm-hmm.
also known as a mind flayer.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
They like to eat people's brains.
They do.
Yeah.
Very true. It's very, very true.
Is this the Pirates of the Caribbean guy?
That's what I said. We're on the same wavelength today.
No, but you know what it is, and it is an aberration, and it's called an illithid, also known as a mind flayer.
Yeah.
They like to burrow those tentacles into people's skulls and rip their brains out and eat them.
Mm-hmm. Sweet, juicy.
Let's not talk to it or do anything weird around it.
Yes, they're also very fond of psychic damage.
Keep your brains well hidden. Wear a hat.
See, Marx knew. He knew, and he planned way ahead for this.
Yes.
Secretly, that hat is lined with tinfoil.
Yep.
That's right.
It's got to protect me from those aberrations.
Oh, God.
You guys don't
So
want to go
immediately
fight it?
start- Yeah, Finn does immediately start contemplating trying to get something to protect his precious brain.
Well, the thing's just walking along, right, in the street?
Yeah, it's and other people are getting the hell out of its way, generally
Yeah,
speaking.
So let's just give it a wide
give it
berth.
wide berth, right? Good
Okay.
job.
So, if you want to find Irtan, you probably would have to ask around, or you might have to ask around for, say, someone else who's here.
Perhaps Mr. Halden?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Why don't we
Oh.
see if Holden is around?
Who's holding?
He is one of the wardens, I believe.
Yeah.
He's a sentinel marshal.
Sentinel, not warden, yes.
Yep.
By the way, listeners may ask in the chat, Isn't the Mind Flayer? Didn't we deal with it when Dream Wisp, who was our Jen Kretschmer, who was our guest player, was on? That's what he wanted to know.
No, that was something else. That lovely thing. Hang on, I'll get the image for it.
Yeah, no, you're talking about the aberration that burrowed inside people and basically took over the body.
Well, and those big creature things too.
Oh yeah, I can never remember the name of them, but they're basically giant brain hounds.
There we go.
Ah, yep, there it is.
Oh, gross. Even that's even worse.
Is this to scale?
No. If it was to scale, you need to run faster.
Yes.
It's reminding me of the creature in Stranger Things.
Oh yeah,
If you've seen that.
I have.
Yeah.
At some point, I should bring one of these back. Kalyna will love it.
What is that?
Oh yeah.
What is that?
A rune hound.
The Rune Hound. That was the weird mutant dog thing that spit acid and like dropped Kalyna in one hit way back when.
Oh wait,
The last time you were in Droam.
when you're...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Quite vicious.
So,
All right. Yeah, let's see if
and
we
why
can
not?
find-
You actually see it has a Rune Hound with it.
Oh, great.
Not to be fucked with.
Time to go.
All right. So, yeah, do we just want to find a tavern, like a main tavern in town?
Do we have any idea where Halden would be? I mean, was he just...
Well, he didn't really
Specify.
he didn't specify in his report in his messages to Enmore.
Right.
Do we know what he was doing here in Greywall?
Well, he was going to keep an eye on your tongue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why not? Actually, we'll kind of step back. He apparently, in one message, he had mentioned being in the Calabash, which loosely translated is the kennel, which is a district.
Okay.
In
Very
Glad he
fitting.
didn't do something bad to his wife and ended up in the doghouse.
no, but this is also a district that is strongly influenced by House Thrashik.
All right.
The dragon marked with the mark of finding.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Okay. Well, why don't we go to the kennel and find out who let the dogs out?
Terrible.
Keep it coming, Finn.
All right, thanks. Thank you.
The howling good joke.
As we're walking along, somebody casually bumps me into the Mind Flayer.
Oh God! Please.
Oh, you can have him! What a clumsy bastard! You should eat his brains! He just tells terrible jokes. All right.
It'll taste
Might give him
terrible,
indigestion.
like his puns.
Right. All right.
So,
So-
you head into the district.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right.
I don't like that laugh.
Yeah.
You're falling for his trap card.
Well, I mean, you passing through the district. One of the messages that Enmore had mentioned an inn or a tavern called the Merry Marcher, And so that's kind of what you've decided to probably take a look for.
Mm-hmm.
Although along the way, you pass a place that kind of catches your eye, called the Twilight Palace. Definitely, I mean, there's... You hear, like, different music and things coming from it. And it bears, oddly enough, the house coats of arms for House Firlon and House Galhandra. So the mark of shadow and the mark of hospitality.
Mark of shadow. Huh?
Or, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Not Thorani.
Mm-hmm.
Firlon.
Yeah.
The other one.
Yeah.
You actually saw a show put on by Firlon once. The Acrobats and Shadow Play.
Was that one assassin? Was she same?
There was Firlon used to be one. Firlon and Thorani used to be one house. There was kind of a bloody schism in the house, and now there's two.
Okay. Well,
So-
I guess the question is if we want to check out this place first, or if we want to go to the tavern that he's mentioned before.
Well, do we know anything about this place besides those marks around there?
Well, basically, it would seem to indicate that this is an establishment that is kind of like a joint venture between those two houses.
So it means it's like a part entertainment complex, then?
Okay, Mark of Hospitality.
Yeah.
Those, I mean, the finest inns and like restaurants might have a sigil involving the Mark of Hospitality, that they're part of Galhandra.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Firlon are entertainers.
Gotcha. I say the Twilight Palace sounds like some kind of fucking vampire hangout.
It's all sparkly.
Right up your alley.
And
Wow.
in this place, you never know.
Right.
Well,
Well, usually Kalyna would be all for this, but I don't know if this has anything to do with finding Halden. So
It might. I mean,
you never know.
I mean, if you sing it out here, possibly, sure.
Because Halden is pretty efficient and thorough, so he might be checking out the different areas. You imagine the type of people that you could probably pick up here. A very well-established joint that offers all different kinds of pleasures. Not too many.
Tulthus, when did you learn about all this stuff?
From you guys.
You're so innocent before.
What kinds are you talking about?
Tulthus is looking to get his knob shined up.
Well, I mean, there's nothing like dinner and a show, am I right? And I believe this is what that would offer. Now, picture the location we're in and all of its inhabitants. I assume they're usually exactly, because they're usually bored and hungry, and also probably very fierce. So
there are probably more than its fair share of fierce creatures here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we either go in this place or the inn first, right? The tavern, one or the other, right?
Sounds that way.
Yeah, and at this point, the sun has pretty much set. at this point. I mean, it's
Oh, so it's like Twilight.
yeah. You're
It's time to go
getting
to Twilight Palace.
It's only fitting.
you're getting through the areas and whatnot, but it's getting late essentially at this point. Just due to how long it took to get through the city, rather than because I'm assuming you didn't enter the city as wisps of air.
No,
Yeah,
no, we would have
flying
stopped
through the
outside,
street.
yeah, and like a place where there were no creatures around from the air, and yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, Clint will say, okay. Well, yeah, sure. Why don't we go in here? Let's see what kind of debauchery we can get up to.
What
Okay.
sort of terrible mischief can we cause today?
I recommend that we keep our heads about us, though, and not drink too much, Tulthus.
What are you implying?
Yeah. Why are you looking at me?
Bellum isn't here to poison me.
All right.
So in the chat, Victor wants a bar fight. We're not even inside yet, but he wants a bar fight. And Zach says, "Are there any sparkling vampires in the Twilight Palace?"
Yep.
We'll find out.
No, I don't do those.
Well, thank you.
I just do ones that rip your throat out.
We just lost a big demographic of our audience.
Oh,
Good riddance.
just lost 2 viewers right now. Oh.
Mars, we just lost all the Olicity fans.
Oops.
Wait, are there girls that watch this?
I wish. Hopefully there are. If there are, please let us know.
Not that guys can't like Twilight, you Twilight-loving guys out there, but
I actually like some of the Twilight movies. I didn't watch them all, but
I think I could only survive watching Twilight, the first one, a second time, if it was being done by Mystery Science Theater.
gotcha.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I have almost been tempted to buy the riff tracks for it, because I figure at that point I could probably get through it. It might even be okay.
No, I will say, I think I enjoyed the one which basically had a lot of the major characters kill each other off. That was probably my favorite.
I didn't get that far.
I won't spoil anything for you because there's a big twist afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
What? Hang on a minute. I'm sorry. The Roll20 is being a little strange on something.
No problem.
Trying to bring over something and it's not doing it, and I don't understand why.
Speaking of The Strange, we played a game called The Strange at Mark's GMs, and you can catch it on Super Geeked Up. If you want to see that.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
Speaking of the strange, it's time for me to change my boxers.
huh.
Wait, did that happen? That was in Lady Blackbird last week, right? Somebody shit their pants, one of the guards? And you put their uniform on?
Yes.
Those
That
are some
is
smelly
true.
pantaloons.
I have no shame.
I love the one with pantaloons, actually, so good job.
Yeah, I look forward to trying that out. A little steampunk.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, I love it. It was great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Mark's going to join us. He wasn't there last week, but he's going to join us and play
as the
First Mate Mechanic Kale.
Yes.
I'll bring goggles next time.
You should, oh, yeah, it's in the picture, actually. You'll match the picture. It'll be great.
Oh, yeah. Now that you mention it.
Change your
Let's see
goggles.
if we can get this thing to actually behave here.
Well, folks, if you have any, like I said, I am pretty excited to do that Roll20 con thing, which is June 24th and 25th. If you have any suggestions for games you might like us to try out, feel free to put them in the chat. Always interested, always willing to take a look at new stuff.
There we go.
Steve, I see you've discovered the secret. Where there's a whip, there's a way.
I do like that song.
It's so good, right?
It really is.
I'm not
For those who have actually seen and have any idea what in the hell we're talking about.
No, we have no idea. In the chat, Zach says Twilight needs to be re-rendered by Hayao Miyazaki, of course, the famous animation director and creator.
You could probably turn it into a.
That would be interesting, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many of this film I still got to see.
So did no one else see the Rankin Bass Lord of the Rings?
Nope.
Oh wow, okay.
That's too bad. It was
Something to put on your to watch list at some point. Rankin Bass did they did The Hobbit and then they did Return of the King.
Yeah, we don't talk about the Two Towers.
Yeah, we don't talk about the other one. That's
Oh my god. I literally fell asleep 2 separate times attempting to watch it, and then on the third, during the climactic battle, I was sorely disappointed.
Wait, you fell asleep during the Two Towers?
Well, not the Peter Jackson variation, the animated.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wow, you fell asleep during the Peter Jacksons.
Steve knows what I'm talking about.
See, they're
I always saw the animated Hobbit one, I think, when I was a kid.
And see, I love that one, and I love the Return of the King as well. Just we pretend the other one doesn't exist.
Yeah, there's just sort of like a gap in the middle, but we fill it in with our imagination.
Right.
Zach is asking about, were they from like the 70s? Is that what they were from? Those?
Yeah.
But
in the Return of the King, there's a song that the orcs are singing. Where there's a whip, there's a way.
Where there's a whip, there's a way.
And the chat says,
yeah.
When there's a whip, you have to pay extra for the date. Is what it says in the chat.
I like it. A lovely cobblestone street.
Wow, who knew it was so nice here in Grey Wolf?
You know, I've got limited options for streets. But actually, I mean, this is an area that's controlled largely by Tharashek. So, you know, they probably had some work done.
Yeah, I assume a lot of people don't want to piss off one of the dragon-marked houses, so...
Well, and plus, you know, it's not like the Daughters of Sorakel aren't trying to establish the nation as, you know, a trading... in trade and negotiation and everything. So there's reasons for them to actually, you know, try to...
Have infrastructure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know...
And not just sewage in the streets.
You know.
I have a feeling we could possibly put into place some machinations in regards to a certain prophecy we all had. With maybe a little assistance from Drome, if we can coerce enough people. But this is for further down the road, hopefully.
What's that? What are you talking about, Tulthus?
Well...
He's drunk again.
He hasn't even walked in yet, and he's drunk.
Oh, you guys can drag yourselves onto the street. I mean, please, go right ahead.
Let's see, which side, guys? Right or left?
I was expecting you guys to add your tokens in. I just realized I didn't.
Gotcha.
Because you can do that.
It's pretty great. I'm glad they added that as a feature. If you assign a token to a character sheet.
Yeah,
we do from our character sheets. Is that where we do it?
Yeah, click and drag your name onto the board, and it'll drop your token in there.
Yeah, under the characters tab, and it's like Kalyna. You left click that and drag it on. Yeah, bam.
Oh wait, that's the wrong thing.
Where there's a click, there's a way.
I have found the secret to the problem.
Oh?
If you have, for example, if you have used a creature, say, before you had the nice little, you know, compendium and everything, if you try to drag the same creature out of the compendium onto the board, it won't do it because you've got a sheet that's already named the same thing.
Ah, that makes sense.
So I had to go searching back through my stuff to try to get rid of the item that was conflicting.
Wait, I think I did the wrong thing. Is that? Yeah, that's not my right picture. What did I do?
Nope.
The token might not actually be assigned to it yet on that one page, because I think we had some issue with that recently, and we just resolved it by copying and pasting the token from another page.
Okay.
Well, anyway, you can always drag his token, right? If you need to.
Oh yeah.
So.
I'll get rid of this one.
Ben.
Finn. All right.
Sorry.
There you go.
Thanks.
Where there's a fin, there's a way.
You're gonna have that stuck in your head for the rest of the night.
I'm literally gonna have to watch it right after this.
Quick shout out to Brent Hibber, the artist who did drawings for us here. He's done the art for one of the comic story I've written before, and you can check more about him on our site as well.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I like his style a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fun.
And he's doing nude illustrations next.
Right. Again, those are the special Patreon rewards.
Right.
Clearly, everyone wants to see Ekman naked.
Right. Right. Well, that'll be like $5. The rest of you will be 20. Clean will be 1,000.
Yeah, and Finn is just a forest underneath. He basically looks like a sheep. A wood elf in sheep's clothing.
Oh my.
Or you could say kind of like Austin Powers.
Does that make you Randy?
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, the entrance to... were you actually going to go into the Twilight Palace, or were you moving along to other locations?
We were going to go in, I think, right?
Yeah, I think we were starting to go in.
So you see an ogre lumbering down the street ahead. But other than that, things seem pretty, quiet-ish.
Okay.
Can we tell which way he's heading?
He's headed your way, but
Let's just randomly attack him.
he's got a
No.
By the way, I love how you said that after you went behind Kalyna. Like you ducked behind her. So
Yeah, let's attack.
Let's go pick a fight.
you're like, go ahead, Kalyna, and push her.
I'm a range fighter, okay? Get some range.
I like it. Oh,
All right, let's go in. Let's go in the Twilight Palace.
All right.
Sure.
You know what,
And if this ogre attacks us, well, we'll take care of it.
I think he should mind his own business.
yeah.
And
Business
you
as
would be
usual.
right. I mean, he just
Yeah.
kind of lumbers. You have to kind of squeeze past him as he, heads onto the side of the street.
Yep.
In the
And-
chat, Zach says he likes how the map is being built, the different layers and stuff. And I think maybe it's his first time seeing Roll20. Maybe it's a really cool site.
Oh yeah.
And Victor Snyder says street fight. Oh, he wants to fight everywhere.
Right.
Bar fight, street fight.
Pillow fight.
I whisper to the others and say, I dare somebody to whisper an ogre, nice ass, as he goes by.
They might take it as a compliment. You never know.
You might. You never
I mean,
know.
how often does an ogre get told they have a nice posterior?
There you go.
Hey, you know,
guys
like
speak ogre?
like a year ago when you would say that, and Tulthus was just blurted out. Anything you said, well, I'm glad that doesn't happen anymore.
Right.
He's learned.
Yeah.
He's learned.
Okay, into the Twilight Palace.
Away.
To certain death and entertainment.
Certain death, really?
I don't know.
I would hope our deaths are entertaining.
Depends on how much we eat and drink. Is it right here?
And that passage leads to third certain death.
Oh, shit.
Wrong door! Wrong door!
All right.
So, you make your way in, and we'll go ahead and reveal. So there is all kinds of there's like shadow play going on along the walls, as well as the servers move around, and there's exotic music being played, and the smell of the food. There's just so many different spices. I mean, there's stuff you don't even recognize, but it smells good.
Nice.
Oh, damn.
You're thinking some of it might be, again, local spices from Drome, but it might be stuff from even further away. Maybe out in the Shadow Marches.
Them's got some good eats.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of people in here?
There are, and I didn't put a
that's
whole
fine.
ton of patrons in there, but and there's definitely multiple floors to the building. But there's probably rooms upstairs. But
Is there a bar down here?
Oh yeah, not a bar like you'd typically think of. Basically, it's tables and the drinks being served rather than people just sitting at a bar and getting drinks.
Almost like a
Is
restaurant.
this table free that we just went over to?
It is. You can plop down there.
Let's go sit at the table.
We should look around and see if that one dude's there.
Well, I want to ask.
Halden?
My plan was to ask the waitress. Like, I'm going to give her a waiter description of Halden without using his name yet.
Oh, okay. Let's see here.
Let's see if she's ever seen him in here.
And possibly a description of Uthar as well, just in case.
I whispered to
You-
Kalyna, maybe you should say something about him being a bad boyfriend.
Okay. High or low?
Higher
High.
level.
High. Okay.
Yeah.
You describe Halden. She's like,
Mhm.
sorry, it doesn't sound familiar to me.
Hmm.
Can I
I say
I'll describe
low?
Uthar as well?
Okay. Describe Uthar. And she says, yeah, I've seen somebody who looks like that. He's stayed here a few times.
Oh, really?
Does he happen to be staying here now?
She says, I don't know. I mean, certainly, I mean, I saw him here several nights and I saw him go upstairs. I don't know if he's here now.
Sounds like
Has he? Is he usually alone, or has he come in with other people?
Sometimes he's had other people with him, most of the time alone.
You got to play up the jealousy thing. Were any of them women?
I don't know if that's.
know.
I wasn't planning to take that tact, but I could, I suppose.
You could.
Simple lovers'
A
quarrel.
jealous ex-girlfriend. Or his
By the
wife.
way, in the chat, though, speaking of that stuff, Victor Snyder says in the chat, he's checking out Kalyna from the bar. Hey, babe. All right, well, thanks, Victor. Well, I don't really have anything else, I guess, to ask her right now, unless you guys do. She's being
I don't know,
forthcoming enough.
You
She's been
could try
forthcoming enough, I
giving
think.
her some money to see if she's any more forthcoming. But
What about some of the people she's with? What are
You
they?
like to sure. I don't feel she's hiding anything right now, personally, my
Okay.
character.
And what reason would she have to,
yeah. I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, I'll say, thank you very much. It's an old friend of ours that we're trying to find, and then we'll order some ales.
I ordered some local cuisine that she recommends.
Oh yes, what kind of
Okay.
seafood do they have?
Oh, do we just lose some this?
Oh
Is he muted?
no, I'm here. I'm sorry. I was looking at a detail here for the Twilight Palace.
In the chat, Zach says, Nate, you should have Tulthus hop up onto a table and start singing Drunken Sailor.
Well, first he might want some drinks. Be very enthusiastic about it.
Let's slip Kalyna a whip and get her up on the table so she can see where there's a whip, there's a way.
Oh boy.
She'll get some cheers. Yeah!
Whip everybody into
I didn't know Finn was into S&M. Interesting.
Well, sometimes those stubborn jackasses.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Alrighty. So you gotta order some food, maybe, and I mean, there's a couple things on the menu you've never heard of, and turns out that those are dishes from the Shadow Marches.
Ooh.
So definitely some different cuisine available if you decided you'd like to try something.
Sure. We ask if humans can consume it, or elves, or half-elves.
Oh yeah, I mean it's all safe.
I don't think they would want to kill their paying customers.
Probably not. They're like, oh, you shouldn't have eaten that.
That was probably a poor choice.
Oh,
I wondered why you're ordering poison, but hey, whatever. Everybody's choice.
that's right. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah,
As long as you pay first and leave a tip.
Right.
Normally it's just the Aeronol elves that ordered that, but okay.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
hardcore about a lot of things, honestly.
So I mean, I'm whispering to you guys, saying, do we really want to meet Irtan right in this moment, or it's good that we know that he comes here?
Well, he's not.
But
we don't see him here now, right?
No,
was-
I mean, you don't
right.
see him
I
at the
mean-
moment.
He could be upstairs.
He
He
could
could be
Well,
upstairs.
She doesn't feel he's here. I got the sense she doesn't think he's here right now, the waitress, but
Well, she said she hadn't seen him in a couple days. I mean, I don't know. He could be upstairs for a couple days.
well, if he is upstairs, that could be
Kidding, I
good. We could go up there and ambush him.
It's true.
So you guys can make perception checks.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not a 3 again.
It could be a 3. I'm okay with that.
That's okay. It's a 6.
Oh, well, I got a 23.
Ooh,
Oh,
terrible.
damn.
Very
Nice.
perceptive.
So I think the hairs on the back of my neck are...
If it's an aberration, I get it +4. Just give them.
Oh, it's not. It's not.
In the chat, Chris Hadley says, I wonder if There's a Whip, There's a Way is part of the karaoke selections here.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I hope so. I love
Zach says, I feel like this is one of those inns where upstairs is where all the real debauchery occurs.
Or
One can only
downstairs in the
imagine.
dungeon.
Mm.
Oh, please, we call it a fungeon. Dungeon implies we're finished.
Wow.
So
Finish like from Finland? Or finish like you're done?
You know what? I'll leave that up to you.
I don't get it either way, really. But
So the rest of the group is kind of engrossed in the exotic food. Kalyna notices a woman eyeing the group, like, seems like more than casual interest.
Right.
But
Definitely.
she pays her bill and heads to leave.
Gotcha.
Finn notices it too, right? He's higher than me.
Well, I rolled a 23, so...
Oh, I missed the 23. Okay, there we
Did
go.
I size up exactly her bra size, or... Just kidding.
Okay, so you got a 23.
It's okay. Whatever.
Okay. No. Trip is like, he's looking at her.
That's
And-
Irtan dressed as a woman!
The beard's a dead good of giveaway now. I don't know. It's like you just something makes you uneasy about her.
Mm.
There's something. She moves like she's fine, but she looks a little ill.
There might be an aberration growing inside of her.
She looks very pale.
Well, that could mean a couple different things.
Well, let's kill her, then we'll find out.
No.
Vampire, apparition carrier.
I like
That's,
Carv's new attitude and look on life.
She could have food poisoning.
But she heads out the door. I mean,
Let's. All right. I'm gonna say let's follow her.
Yep.
Or do you all head out the other door? Is there another door?
You know what? After trying the cuisine, Tulthus leaves a tip of about 20 gold pieces.
nice.
Wow. Very nice.
Wait,
You know,
our trace?
This is an
Oh.
expensive. This is an expensive inn. I mean, the room prices can go for up to 10 gold a night.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So I should be really good at following her because I just critted on the stealth.
Okay.
Ooh.
Should
Well,
be.
you take a minute before you follow her. When you get there, you're like looking around. She's not
She
there.
went bye-bye.
Well, we'll see that. Just hang on a second here. Now I can't see invisibility.
Okay. She's not invisible. She's not there.
Interesting.
Well, if she's part of the Shadow Mark family, she could just step through shadows and be gone.
She wasn't an elf.
Okay, fair enough.
So, I mean, barring the idea of being, a hat of disguise or something like that, she wasn't an elf.
All right.
There was a slight point to her ears, but not that would have been elven. Maybe half elven.
Yep. So I'm a little concerned that our gig might be up, and that she might know your tongue or something like that.
Well, Victor in the chat bot told us should have asked her out.
Naturally.
So I'm kind of wondering if we should take a defensive position somewhere close by and watch and see if somebody comes back. Or
I don't know if she was working for Irritan necessarily. I mean, it says she looks sickly. I mean, maybe she is.
Tail, too.
yeah.
Is
Well,
there any,
I cast.
Carv, do you have any tracking abilities that might help here?
He's a ranger.
I mean, I
but,
think I do, right?
yeah, but you're also working on cobblestone here.
Yeah.
That's going to be difficult.
I think that's my
Maybe she
survival.
had some kind of odor.
I cast Pass Without Trace and recommend that we
Roll some stealthy rolls.
find somewhere where we can, be partially hidden and keep an eye on this corner.
Oh my God.
It doesn't matter. You still have a 19.
Yeah, but damn. Some low ass rolls.
Well, I already did my stealth roll, so.
Yeah. No, you're good. You essentially have a. Oh my God!
Jeez.
So
Oh my
I
God!
got a
Everybody,
22, which is a 32.
everybody critted except Tulthus.
32, 37. You know what? We just tell Tulthus to go away with his 19. It's like, you know what?
No,
You're
when
making too
hunting,
much
it's good to
noise.
it's good to have bait. I'm just saying.
Right.
What better bait than the metal tank?
Right. Do y'all want to stand a little ways away from this? Do y'all want to stand a little ways away from this corner and see if anything comes?
Sure.
I'm
Or did y'all want to investigate around the building? I know that.
She
I
disappeared.
don't know. I mean, I still think we need to investigate in the building more, but
Now, how high is this structure that we just exited?
The structure is 2-story.
Okay, and the one across it?
2 as well.
So I mean, I've got a 32 stealth right now, so I as silently as possible try to sneak flying up with my boots, flying up to the roof and looking around.
Okay.
that sounded good.
So Finn goes up,
Yep.
and you see her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does she see me with my 32?
Well, let's see.
Well, you're in the open air, I guess. Right?
Let
Or maybe you're
He
behind the
could be
building,
just like peeking over the
peeking
edge.
over the roof.
Yeah, I mean, I did want to do this as stealthily as possible.
Is she on the roof?
Yes.
Okay.
I motioned down to them, pointing that she's, up there.
She's Batman.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's cool. She is.
She missed seeing you by 1.
Oh.
Oh!
By 1.
All right. Can I tell it all what she's doing? Is she, like, eating something with blood and
No,
fangs?
but she's moving hand and I mean it's almost it's a creepy sort of movement because she's just moving almost like an animal across the top of the roof and then leaps to the next.
Behind us or, like, to the north?
Moving
or
away. Moving towards
Moving away?
towards the north.
We should stop her.
But when she looks back,
Yep.
her eyes are like dull red coals.
Okay. So I'm motioning for them to follow me, and I'm keeping my distance, but continuing to, like, fly kind of as hidden as possible, but keeping a slight eye on her.
All right, we'll follow along in the street then.
And are you gonna drop down to tell these people what's going on, or
Yeah.
Did you just motion or what?
I'm motioning for them to follow me, and I don't want to lose track of her, but I'll quickly, like, go down as soon as I can and tell them that she looks like she's possessed with eyes of burning coals, and she's moving like an animal.
Does Carv have Red Wing?
I mean, I had Red Wing. Yeah, I'm supposed to have Red Wing with me because remember we played with the animals and stuff. So
if you wanted to, yeah, you could hop on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say definitely Finn and Carv be our eyes in the sky while we follow suit on the ground, unless we decide to become much more acrobatic in our efforts.
okay?
At some point.
So I'm gonna stay back where I can see Finn, not necessarily her, just to make it less likely I'm seeing. Does that make sense?
Okay.
You're just going to kind of take to the air and act like you're flying around randomly, kind of, right?
Yeah, and I'm using you. I'm following you rather than her, just so that way I'm less likely to give. Like, there's 2 people following her. You know what I mean?
All right.
There's rather just 1, so less likely to give it away.
Okie dokie. Let me switch back to right layer here. So I'm just going to kind of reuse where we're at right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So assuming that she's moving away, she reaches this building that's several buildings away
Gotcha.
from the actual tavern. And Finn, you see her basically go over the edge of the roof, like head towards the street, goes over the edge of the roof, and down the other side.
Wow. All right.
Something that you know damn well isn't physically possible.
No. Someone should make a horror movie out of this. Interesting. Okay, so I see her go inside, and I don't see her coming back out or anything. It's
No,
just really
she
went
goes
inside.
through a window.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
So-
I have to ask, I guess just for player reference, the movements that were mentioned earlier, were these like herky-jerky, heebie-jeebie kind of movements, or were these more natural but obviously not humanoid movements?
Well, Finn would have been the one to see them.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I describe it. Can I roll Arcana or anything to see if it feels like a possession or undead or anything like that? I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can roll Arcana. That's certainly fine.
Oh well.
Okay, not so good.
11, so not so great.
I'm going to go ahead and let you roll as if you had advantage.
Oh,
Okay.
Schwenker.
9.
Okay. Something's nagging at the back of your mind, and it's like, it seems familiar, but you don't know why. It's just not coming to you.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this is feeling to me like the situation with the aberrations where people were kind of possessed. Does it seem like that at all?
You don't know.
Or-
I mean, the one
hard to
aberration
say.
that erupted out of the poor girl, I mean, you only encountered that thing that one time,
Yeah.
at least that you know of.
Well,
Right.
to recall to that moment, the movements of the quote-unquote embodied, I think, paladin or cleric?
Cleric.
A cleric, yes. Were very, I want to say, frail in a sense, or not extremely energetic, so to speak. Not like this thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is the building right here.
Yeah.
So the next thing is, what do you do?
Yeah.
For a Klondike bar.
I mean, the aberration, I didn't see. It didn't seem to be an aberration to me, or did I just?
I don't know that you ever get a good look at it. I mean, with trying to keep your distance.
Okay.
I mean, you can make out the form of the person, and the movements are a little weird. I mean, most people don't move around on all fours. But other than that, from the distance, probably couldn't tell a whole lot.
In the chat, Victor says maybe she's Kalyna's mother. God, I hope not.
So any ideas? I mean, we could knock on the door and we could be selling cookies.
Okay, so she went into the building?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
went in
yeah.
through a second-story window.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
What are the laws
Well,
here in the city as far as we know? I mean, do they frown upon people attacking others in town, or just trying to know if we get attacked or something, what the laws are, if we have any idea?
A lot of Greywall tends to be a bit of might makes right.
Yeah.
Pretty much, for the most part, as long as you aren't causing enough havoc to cause problems for Zorchilic, probably you could get away with most things unless you piss off one of the dragon marked houses.
Right. So I look at Kalyna and say, you like sneaking into places and turning invisible and all that stuff, right?
I love it. Like, can you see through any of the windows up there?
I try to take a glance, from a distance, see if I can see anything.
Well, the windows are shuttered.
Mm-hmm.
Including the one that she crawled through, or
Yeah,
did she shutter it?
opened the shutter and
Okay,
flipped in and
right.
closed it.
Victor has a great suggestion in the chat. Throw a firebomb through the window.
Wow,
We need light.
Good effect.
Make everything.
that'll solve it.
All right. Well, so I mean, obviously we're speaking low. I don't know if there's anybody else around us, but
Right.
I'll say. So yeah, I mean, I can pick the lock on the front door. I can. If you guys want, if she's upstairs, maybe going in the lower thing would be better. If we think she's still upstairs,
We could try. I mean, if you want to turn invisible, I mean, I could turn into a mouse and hide on you too, and we could go in together if you want a second person in there with you. But
That would be
What do you
good.
think? Be good. Okay.
Wait, do we know, can aberrations see through invisibility? Do you have true sight or anything like that? Do we know that?
It depends on the one, what it is.
Yeah.
And we don't know what this thing is, right? Exactly.
Rukon could seem
Yeah.
to sense things, you know.
Well, me as a
Regardless.
player, I have ideas, but obviously as Tulthus, he has no clue.
Right.
So,
So as characters, we would not know really about this thing.
Right.
except maybe Finn. Maybe Finn.
But you know, I still have I still have, you know, Pass Without Trace cast, and since I'm with you, you know, you're going to have a 43 stealth and invisibility, so that would be pretty remarkable if anything heard us coming.
Yeah, well, all right. So is the idea, do you want to just, the idea is we're going to just scope it out first rather than just going all together and confront her?
I could say have a couple people stay, or well, actually one of us probably be stationed near the window that she entered, and the rest of us go inside to maybe flush her out.
Well,
Well, I
I
guess,
mean,
yeah, what
if-
do you guys want to, do we want to maybe
I'm
try
kind
to
of
spy on
thinking
her first?
sneaking
Which is-
first. I'm thinking sneaking first, and Carv can have Red Wing on the roof of the other building or something, and Tulthus can be at the corner ready to charge in. I mean, you know.
Yeah, if you,
Oh, yeah, I'm all
get her
for it.
out, then I could sniper her from.
Yeah, assuming we do want to kill her. Like, the issue here is that she seemes interested in our party. We're just not sure why.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going
Right.
on.
I'd rather get information out of her. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'm cool with the spying thing first. See what we find out.
Sounds good to me.
In the
Okay.
chat, Victor says instead of the firebomb, his plan B would be okay. Just knock on the door and talk to her.
Right.
Crude, but effective.
I think she's a witch. We should offer her a basket full of nice, shiny apples. I bet she'd like to poison somebody.
But first, we have to check if she's a witch. So we need to see if she weighs the same as a duck.
That's right.
All right.
All right.
So,
Once this plan is formed, I change into a mouse and hop onto Kalyna's shoulder or whatever.
okay. So is Kalyna going in, like, breaking in on the ground floor and going in, or?
I'm gonna try to pick the front door lock, the ground. What
Okay.
whatever the doors.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna use. Well, I guess I just. You know what? I guess I'll just. I can go invisible first and then still it, right? Because it's not like an. That's
Yeah,
just
it's
a
not
normal
an
action.
offensive action. It's unlocking a door.
All right,
Yeah.
so, hang on.
Yeah.
So first, all right. So Finn's a mouse on my shoulder, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
All right,
I'm nestled between your breasts.
so- no, you're not. That's where you want to be.
There's only
I
so
go there
many
when
other
you start
crevices.
picking the lock, so you're distracted.
Right. That's right. Because obviously she always keeps her cheese between her breasts.
Right.
All right. So I cast invisibility. So now I'm invisible. I go to the door, and then I'm going to use Steve's tools.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
So you pop the lock with no problems.
Solved.
All right. I'm
All
going
right.
to very as slowly and carefully as possible turn the knob and just open the door a crack.
Okay.
Boom! Sorry.
Well, we're both in trouble then. Oh, by the way, in the chat, Zach says, "What about breasts?" Don't worry about it, Zach.
Just let it happen.
I'm eating very good cheese from between her breasts.
Oh God.
You better be a good boy. Leave her provolone.
Oh, leave her provolone.
Hey, Mark,
Oh my
I'm
God.
starting to miss your puns on DC Action Hour.
Oh,
God, Finn is such a monster.
Oh.
It's really getting bad.
Wow, we're just
Only
gonna,
get
I
worse
miss
from
the
here.
Swiss.
the bad puns are just getting worse and worse.
they are.
All right.
Yeah. Just trying to keep you guys sharp. Better.
Until, of course, we reach the point where it can only get better.
Even the chat, Zach even says that was terrible, Nate.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Nate, are you just running in after we open the door?
Oh, well, he's just, kind of...
Is it the building down there? The south building?
Yeah, it's the south building.
All right, let me move out there then.
Here, let me put myself on top of you.
Okay, Kalyna takes Finn and drop kicks him out of the
Haha! And then your stealth goes down to a 33.
Oh no, whatever will I do?
I know.
And he lands on Urtan's toupee.
Damn it.
What is Uthar? Donald Trump now?
Yeah.
So there is, when you get in here, there is another door right here.
Where? On the left?
Yeah, right here. This down here is representing a wall towards the back.
All right, so I don't see. It looks all empty right now. The first floor.
You might want to check for traps.
Yep. Check for tramps. What?
Yes, tramps.
Yeah.
Check for tramps.
It's a tramp.
What do we see in here?
It's, it's dusty in here. Like there's not much in here. I mean, like a chair and some other stuff, but it's all covered in dust.
So I recommend you sneak around the dust particles so you don't leave any footprints.
Well, luckily I'm so stealthy, I won't.
Is that creature leaving footprints?
She's dancing on top of the dust specks.
Right.
She went in through the second floor window, not the ground floor.
Oh.
Right. So there may or may not be anything.
Nothing of interest here, really, what to look at, anything, what she might be up to, or who she is.
No. I mean,
It's just another door.
All
yeah,
right.
you can go through the door.
Yeah, I'll go over to that door.
Okay. It's not locked, so you can
All right, open it.
squeak that one open. The other thing to keep in mind in here is that it is pitch black. There is no light in here at all.
Does dark vision work at all? Dark vision work at all in total darkness?
You see things in dim light if it's like pitch black and not magically induced darkness.
Right, and this is not magically induced, but basically you can see in kind of black and white. You can't, and
it's hard to
maybe
make out defining shapes. You can kind of get the general sense of something, but not its exact features, obviously.
Yeah, and forget about colors. So,
Yeah.
okay, we need to steal the red book.
Anyone
They all
have
look the
continual flame?
same.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now in here, make perception check.
Wisdom-based class.
So actually, this is going to be where my new talent comes in. Because I can't roll below a 10.
So
That
you're
would be-
you're a 15 minimum.
So that's a 15, yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh,
That's a nice talent.
that is.
You hear voices
Ooh.
from that direction.
Nice.
So I was on the chat screen, and from which direction?
Oh,
Yes, it is currently emanating from here.
Is there? Oh, there's a little entry, a door there or something?
yeah. I mean, there's no door. It's just
Open.
yeah. There's there. I'll reveal a little bit more so you can. Okay, but what you're hearing more than one voice, and so you're creeping up to the edge there.
Mm-hmm.
And when you peer in, you see multiple glowing red eyes.
Oh boy.
Good.
And you hear a voice in the darkness. They're here. The master wants them dead.
Fuck.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
Okay, I am getting the fuck out of there.
Well, now hold on. Take this into consideration. Maybe they're just talking about when they saw us at the tavern.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a possibility. And
Oh.
I
Run
think
away
we
and
could
see if they
always.
follow.
I think we could
Well-
sneak in and try to take them out now.
How do we know how many pairs of eyes did we see?
You saw 3 at least.
Quick question. Is this over here a doorway?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's see. Well, what if I move back here? Nothing else. Well, I don't hear them anymore now.
Well, if you go all the way back out there, no. They're not like talking loudly.
Right. All right. Hang on. Let me go explore over this doorway then.
Okay.
This is all the first floor.
Yeah.
Victor in the chat says, "Now I firebomb idea sounds great." That's true. It does.
Boom. Yep.
All right. I'm gonna go. Those are stairs going up, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see what's up. Let's go upstairs.
Now, I'm just going to point this out. I mean, do you really want to go upstairs without knowing an easy exit?
Well, did you say the windows were shuttered?
We're shuttered.
But they weren't like boarded up, right?
Well,
Or is that
not
what
that you can
means?
tell from the outside.
Yeah.
So Finn runs on top of Kalyna's hair and starts pulling it backwards as a mouse.
All
I
right.
mean, you can take a quick peek upstairs. I'm just wondering, do you really want to go exploring up there?
All right. I guess not. No, I'm not that curious about it.
Okay.
All right. I'll just head back outside then.
Okay.
And then I'm still invisible, but I'll poke Tulthus so he knows I'm there.
Oh. It's kind of creepy here at night.
It's even creepier inside there.
Oh? What makes you say that?
Well, there's 2 others besides the one we saw in there, and they want to kill us.
Did they explain why?
They said the master commands it.
Master.
So, where is Carv right now?
I thought I was standing outside waiting to sniper. If
Okay,
somebody went
so you're sitting, what, like out on this main street on the other building, or?
I think he's on Red Wing.
out. I think I'm on like the corner of the roof with
Like
wife.
corner of the roof over
Like,
here,
near
or
Over here.
near where I'm staying.
over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Except
I
on the
wanted to
front.
be sure of where you were, position-wise. Okay, so what be the plan, guys?
Well, I mean, hey, there is always guns blazing. That option seems to work out pretty well for us. Other than that,
I can shoot some fire arrows in the window and see what happens.
I don't know if
Just
they're
burn
going
the
to
place down.
Considering the buildings are largely made out of stone, probably not a whole lot. I mean, the
plus
maybe the second floor wood floors.
Yeah, and attracting more attention might not be our best bet as of yet, because a fire started over here would probably gather a small crowd, I'm guessing.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing.
That's okay. No, it'd be great. I want you to launch fire arrows at these fools because I have no idea who they are. So.
Right.
I don't think they're Uther's men, though.
I
that's a safe
don't
bet.
think they are either.
You think? Oh, so you don't think Uther's the master they're talking about?
I doubt it. Didn't seem his style.
No.
Who's that leave? That leaves. Who, is Rukin the
Or
only
could
other
it be
recurring bad guy you guys got before you met me?
Well,
Oh yeah, you said
Rukan.
Rukan, maybe.
Yeah.
Rukin
Rukin.
is a Dolgon.
I've never met this
who
Rukin, but
is-
I've heard his name's cursed many times by you.
Yes.
He's probably at the top of the asshole list that we made.
Absolutely. Well.
The thing is that quite possibly these could be devilish or demonic, mayhaps. And again, that's just a wild guess. I don't think that's the case. But regardless of that, it might be best to go ahead and dispatch them, or at least prevent them from causing us any further harm if they're not fanatical or zealous in their beliefs.
Ooh, yeah, you want to take them out now, not whenever they're trying to kill us in our sleep.
Yeah.
So I go ahead and change into my regular form, and while they're discussing, I go ahead and start casting Conjure Elemental, which takes me a full minute.
So,
Actually, Victor's firebomb idea. To be honest with you, is there anything we like? I could totally throw something in there and be invisible before we actually start fighting them.
you could set me on fire and throw me in there.
Can you survive fire?
Essentially, yeah. I'm pretty sure I could.
We just like roll you into the room on fire.
Okay.
As I'm
Tulthus is not Krieg.
right, as I'm casting the spell, though, I'm kind of whispering to them. I'm not sure if fire would damage demonic things, but
Again, yeah, we're unsure as to these creatures' actual origins.
right.
So might as well.
Yeah. Why don't we just go in there, take them by surprise, and beat the crap out of them?
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay. So
Alrighty.
if we have a minute, I go ahead and conjure an air elemental.
Now, do we want to signal for Carv to come down here and possibly shoot some arrows from the back, or maintain a position outside?
Well, he's gonna have to come inside, I think, with us, right? Because we're obviously gonna be fighting them inside the
Sounds like it.
house. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I motion. Well, I can't motion anybody. I'm invisible. You guys have to motion to Carv.
I just sense I need to come over.
Okay.
What a legendary ability.
It's been taking too long. I gotta check on them.
Carv is, well, half a man of action.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Okay. So, you kicking down the door and looting the room?
I mean, that's what we're getting ready to do. Yeah.
I take that chair.
Do you want to? I mean, do you guys want to still like kind of sneak up to where we were before and then charge in, or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
would say
think it'd
get
be good to
position
try to
and
do
then-
a sneak attack if at all possible. But we will see what happens.
Okay. No, yeah, you guys are crazy quiet. I mean, that's
Doo-doo, doo-doo,
Yeah.
doo-doo.
there's no. Let's see. Yeah, no, you're fine.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and get myself prepared with these lovely goggles of night.
And you
Yeah.
step into the doorway, and 4 sets of glowing red eyes focus on Tulthus.
Oh, there's
good.
another one now.
And as they do, these people, there are men and women there, and they hiss at you, displaying long fangs.
Mhm.
Are they vampires?
Uh-oh.
Or some kind of vampiric creature.
I was right. Fucking Twilight!
How quickly we forget.
Does your daylight spell like extra like?
So
daylight?
does everybody? Oh, sorry. Does everybody remember that lovely trip we had on the lightning rail?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's those guys. Yeah. Okay.
Who are those guys?
Oh,
ahead,
we
Nate.
fought against some of
Yeah,
these
that
guys on
was-
the lightning
that was a-
rail.
While ago. So yeah, essentially it was a large group of cultists mixed with a few vampires. And oh my god, what was it?
They were after the book, right?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it was Emerald something and some of the blood of old.
Holy
Claw?
shit! They rolled a 20. Well, did we get a surprise on them or not really?
You do get the surprise. I'm just going ahead and rolling for their initiative to get them in
Okay.
there.
Great.
Let's roll Inish with advantage. Whee!
Wait, do we get advantage?
No,
Well,
he
I-
does because of a class feat.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
Yeah. Crap. If you just add me to the turn order, I'll put in my number real quick because I forgot to highlight my token.
Shame
Look
on
at
you.
dummy.
Meanwhile, Carv's just hanging outside. Oh, there he's in. Okay, good.
I was like,
Have fun, guys.
suckers.
I'm waiting for you to flush him out.
In the chat, listeners mate says, "Is this the vampire cult again?" Looks that way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys seem like you have history, so I don't want to get away from that.
It's an old reunion.
Look, I'm not dealing with your personal crap.
You do you.
You guys sort your own stuff out.
Hey, Carv, this would be a great time to use your new ability if you can shoot around Tulthus
If I can, sure.
and an air elemental and Kalyna.
Well, I think the arrow might not be much.
I can
of
just
an
shoot
issue.
through the air elemental, right? Maybe, I don't know.
Not through him, but the air elemental can fly, in
Yeah.
tiny spaces, so he can get in there, no problem.
Okay, so everybody's on the board. Let's go ahead and do this whole descending thing. And
I'm totally goofing. I didn't roll my
I think
initiative.
Carv still needs to go.
remember to click your token first.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dumb. I could have highlighted my token, then done another initial roll and just put the highest from the advantage rolls.
Okay, so I just added Carv in here, and he's on 12.
Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and move you up to where you should be.
So yeah, since it's the surprise round, essentially we all act first, then they act, and then the round goes around like normally for the initial.
Yeah.
Well, no, they don't get to act in the surprise, so it's
Oh.
a free
Oh.
round on them, and then they join in the fray in the next round.
Absolutely. So this makes me very happy at that prospect. Combat has begun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's bonus action happy charge by raging and getting all up in their grill. This seems pretty. Let me go ahead and tick off one of the rages before I forget.
Well, let's wait and let the air elemental get in
Yeah, sorry. Go for
later once it's.
Oh,
once
I'm
it's
sorry. Go ahead.
All right, and you know what? I feel like pummeling one of these lovely people into the ground. So, rage! Oh, and by the way, these are not reckless just yet, so
Okay.
forgot to mention that.
All right. So that hits.
Ah, excellent. I'm striking the one to the right.
Okay.
15 punching damage.
Okay.
19 punching with 16 damage. Holy nice.
Nice.
Good dude.
Okay.
A punch. And you know what? He's satisfied with this beginning, and that'll be it for him.
Okay. Kalyna?
All right. Well, there's really close quarters in there.
Sneak attack.
Oh yeah, I can. Well, you're surrounding all of them, so that's good. That's good. You're in the middle of all of them. All right. Well, so the one straight below me is the only one I can shoot with an arrow right now. Looks like. So I think I will do that. All right,
And
shield.
since it's a surprise, you get advantage on it, right?
Oh yeah, I'm invisible right now, so I would. Is that true? Do I get advantage? What I get?
No, I mean the surprise doesn't necessarily grant it. Well, it doesn't normally.
I thought for
Necessarily
rogues
grant
it was different.
For the assassin, it's a
Oh.
class feature that.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
That's the question that comes up. The assassin very specifically gets advantage on surprise round.
Mm-hmm.
No, for surprise, it's just you get the opportunity to hit them before they can
Yeah, react.
do anything about it. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
and you do get your sneak attack, regardless of whether or not they're.
Right.
All
So
right.
you land that hit, and that's
So I could have attacked anybody. Get sneak attack.
Yeah, you could attack any. I mean, there are all the ones you can see are in melee with Tulthus anyway. So.
All right. So she'll draw an arrow back in her short bow and let it loose.
Phew!
Nice.
That's a definite hit.
And then
Oh,
she
yeah.
will strike with her sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
All right.
Decent.
All right.
44? No, sorry. 28 damage, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Shrieks in pain. That was Carv.
So, let me move my map a little bit here. It's skew. I think. Can I be like? What do I need to be able to fire?
You need to get in line with Kalyna there. Oh, and Tulthus,
Mm-hmm.
because of your position, you've actually seen something.
I've seen something.
Uh-oh.
Excellent. Good. No, this is what I was hoping for.
Oh, he saw more of them.
Forever against the odds.
Yeah.
All right, so I can shoot one of these. Oops, wrong screen. Like that one or that one, right?
Really, the one at the bottom is the only one you can see.
Because there's a wall.
Because there's a wall.
Would he be able to do volley?
No, he doesn't have a clear shot to hit anyone.
You'd have to run and stand here, right?
Yeah, he'd have to basically be standing there to try to do a volley.
Which then it's not really a distance to hit him, right?
Right, and he'd be taking disadvantage because he's in melee with one of them.
Gotcha.
Well, you know what to do.
Yeah,
Shoot her
bad
dead.
idea. A hit? Either one?
The first one's a hit.
Okay. Is it? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm using Hunter's Mark.
And he is wounded, so
It's wounded.
That's
Okay.
Colossus Slayer too.
All right. Cool. So let's add this and that.
Hmm.
So that's not too bad. 13.
20.
So 20.
it looks like 22 total, plus with the 9 from the original hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Questions in the chat. Let's just make. Does well, I have a question based on what he's saying. Does in this game does sunlight hurt these creatures?
Well, they are vampires.
Yeah, but it depends on the lore. You know, some vampires can walk in sunlight.
Like Dracula could go out in daylight.
Yeah.
No, this would be what you think of as the classic vampire rules.
Oh, Finn, don't you
So sunlight-
have
Yeah.
sunbeam?
Don't you have a daylight spell?
Well,
Except he used the spell slot. All right.
Yeah. So here's the deal. I would not have naturally had that memorized, though. That was not the two that I was memorizing.
Right.
So anyway. Yeah. So there
Anyway,
you go.
the suggestion
Well,
by
actually-
Lich make though was to shine sunlight off of Tulthus' shiny body.
Yeah. No, it would have been fantastic.
you cast Moonbeam, and he just bends over and says, "Bite my shiny metal ass."
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I could say, hey guys, put a pin in that while I go and rest for 4 hours. Just make
I think hopefully the fight will be over long before that.
Speaking of Finn,
Anyway, all right. So, Finn eyes up just a little bit with his. If he can he get an angle on this guy with the bow and arrow?
Yeah. I mean, as
Okay,
long as you
great.
tell the other two, stand against the wall, so I got a shot.
Yeah, I'll just be like, keep your head down. 14. I don't know if that hits or not. It's a +1 bow.
No.
Okay.
It manages to duck out of the way.
All right, so I send the air elemental in after the same guy, and he's going to do 2 slam attacks.
Smash. Oh.
Well,
Ooh,
one was
16,
a
my guy.
16. Does the 16 hit?
Now, does the air elemental's attacks count as magical? I don't
They
think
do. I'm pretty damn sure.
I think when you're an air elemental, your attacks do. I don't think the.
Well, I know the Circle of the Moon says when you use your special bonus action polymorph to shapeshift or whatever, your attacks.
Well,
Right.
yeah, but that's when I'm. That's when I am.
But
I
if
don't know. I guess you have to. You have
If
to
I remember
decide
correct,
if air elementals are magical or not. I feel like they're magical. But
take for instance the druidic spell Conjure Animals. All of their attacks are considered magic for whatever reason.
In this case, it's not because there. I mean, it normally it'll say in the creature's description if their attacks are considered magical.
Okay.
okay.
So, what
All
kind
right.
of?
So so air elemental can't hurt these guys at all.
No, they can, but it won't be
But
as
it's
badly as it would be if it were
Gotcha.
against something that didn't have that did have the
Right.
Right.
Okay. Fair enough.
magical attacks to hit with.
All right. Did it seem to hit with a 16 or not really?
Yes, it did. It just didn't seem to do
It
as
did
much as
something.
you would have expected.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
All right. One of the one here hisses, "Get them!" And you, Kalyna, and the rest of the group hear a crash as something rips through the wood wall.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fine. Tulthus, you take those 4, we'll take these 2.
I'm okay with this.
Right. Also, some of the wounds heal up a little bit.
Boo.
Dastardly bastards.
All right, Tulthus, here we go. We'll
Suck
go.
it to me. Ooh, 24 will hit.
Okay. Hang on a second, I'm reading something.
Yeah. Oh, man. I was hoping we could come to a peaceful resolution, but not with these guys.
Okay, and so it grabs onto you and then tries to sink the fangs in.
Of course.
No.
Oh! Hooray! Let me go ahead and take that 3 points of damage.
So the next vampire comes in.
Ha! Even while grappled, I still managed to dodge the blow.
Yep, but because you're grappled by one of them, it's trying to assist its friends in biting. So, okay. Next one. Nope. Oh, that bite goes through. And remember that your maximum hit points are reduced by half of the necrotic.
Yep.
That's not cool.
And the last one. Oh, that one clawed you.
How dare
So
it.
you got 2 of them grabbing you.
Oh, then I wouldn't have taken. Thank God.
Okay. The 2 up here spend the round ripping through the wall to get through. But we will have to stop here for tonight.
All right.
All right.
There you go,
Alrighty.
folks. So we'll pick it up here in a couple of weeks when we go back to D&D, and Tulthus will be, I'm sure, bashing these guys' heads in at the top of the round.
It will be a fantastic time.
Sure.
We'll suck
right.
it all.
Thank you. One show without puns. That's all I ask. All right.
Oh yeah, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, those jokes. I was undying over there. You know. It's all right.
Wow.
Anyway, hey, Madrag just showed up in the chat. He says, hi. Hello, Madrag. I'm sorry, we're just ending, but thank you for stopping by at the very end. We appreciate it.
Hey.
Thank you, everybody else who was watching and commenting live. And hey to Zach, who was our new viewer, who knows Nate. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And if you're watching in post, of course, that's great too. All right, so what's going on coming up before we get some links out? Next week, we're going to go back to Lady Blackbird, which is what we did the first episode of last week, which is my first time being GM. It was super fun. I had a great time with these guys. And again, that's like a steampunk type RPG, airships. Thought of good fun. You can see that episode on our website or YouTube page and get a synopsis, all that good stuff about the characters on the site as well. And then we'll be back to D&D 2 weeks from then. And like I said, we hopefully will probably do something for the Roll20 Con thing, which is June 24th and 25th. So we'll let you know. We'll talk more about that. We'll let you know about what we may be doing and what times, all that good stuff. But you can send us suggestions, though, at Super Geeked Up if you have any suggestions for games we could do. And in DC Action Hour, we did our last episode for the season, Marks and I, last night. So you can check that as well if you'd like to see what we thought about all the season finales of Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl. All right, let's do some links before we get out of here. Trip.
Sure. I have a fun steampunk web series called League of S.T.E.A.M. You can check it out at leagueofsteam.com or just League of S.T.E.A.M on YouTube. And then I also have a fun action web series called The Division. You can check us out at The Division web series on Amazon Prime. And that's pretty much it for now.
All right, Marks.
You can find me over at markspile.com, where I co-host a podcast, GenreTainment, and other stuff I do there. And then find me on Twitter. You can tweet at me over at Mr. Marks.
All right, Nate.
Thank you very much. Yes. On many different social media platforms, I am known as Uncle Muffles. And hey, if you want to have a good time, please hit me up because I do amazing narration, voice acting, voice dubbing, etc., etc. And all of it pro bono, which, in case you weren't educated on that, it means free. And yes, apart from enjoying my time with this lovely group of fellows, I also partake in Strike Force Ultra, which is currently a Space Marine guild for Eternal Crusade and many other Warhammer 40k based games that now has a 130-player roster. Lots of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, that'll be it.
All right, Somnus.
Well, you can see me here running the D&D game for this group, causing trouble and nightmares and chaos, etc. And definitely enjoying Lady Blackbird, so definitely join us for that.
Oh, yeah. Tons of fun.
All right, yeah. Also, folks, we can announce that some of us will be at San Diego Comic-Con this July. So I got word from Comic-Con last week that they accepted a couple panels. One of them actually we're going to be doing a Dungeons and Dragons RPG panel there. We did one last year, which was very successful. Got a great crowd that came out. So we have to do a follow-up to that. Trip's going to be part of it. Hopefully Marks can make it out as well. to be part of it. So that'll be a lot of fun. And we're also going to do Super Geeked Up there for the second year in a row. I cannot tell you, unfortunately, any of the actual dates and times yet because we can't release those until they release their official schedule, which is 2 weeks before the con starts. But as soon as that happens, I will tell you guys all about that. But we will be doing it. The convention itself is July 20th to the 24th. Preview night is July 19th. If any of you are going, Trip, do you have any other stuff that you can announce that you're doing there?
Basically, I guess the big thing is that the League of S.T.E.A.M, we actually have our own booth. We've had a booth for the last 5 years. So if you want to check us out, just look up the League of S.T.E.A.M booth in the main exhibit hall, and we always have a lot of fun things there. It's actually usually one of the, as far as like one of the 10-foot booths, which is the smaller booths, it's always, I'd say, one of the most well-dressed booths.
I would agree with that. I've seen it. I've been to their booth, and it's very elaborately and done, and it looks really super cool.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
So that's the big thing.
So hopefully, if some of you, and let us know if any of you are going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. Obviously, we would love to see you and say hi and everything and hang out. All right. I think that's everything. So thank you so much for watching, everybody, and hopefully we'll see you back next week. We'll do a second installment of Lady Blackbird. We can see, will she be able to reunite with her secret lover, the Pirate King? Or will Captain Cyrus Vance maybe reveal his true love? We'll find out.
Find out.
Will the crew stop blocking him?
Right. All right. Well, that'll be 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific next Monday night. And I hope to see you then. Thank you very, very much for watching. Have fun adventure, everybody. We'll see you soon.